I'll put it up. So yeah. I mean, yeah.
Quick thing, very quick. Like, I'm a born again Christian. I've repented of my sins.
I do need to change my fucking
I've come to God and Jesus.
It doesn't really matter. Everybody knows who the fuck Mauser
even
is.
if you laugh at it.
You are.
I'm talking to myself.
Oh, okay.
My religion, like, I forgive people that go after me. I know a lot of people hate me. Like,
fucking hell, what a little victim bastard.
After me.
Like, after all he's done. And then he's like sat there doing that, and they're all lapping it up, knowing that Paste is in there. And they've told Paste he has to back off from him so he can do this job for me.
I forgive people that...
See, that's why Carla loves fucking them so much, is because of fucking Paste.
Well, that's why I want to know, does she come from the Mr. Matthews and all that previous, or is she just...
I don't know. That's what I don't know where she come from, but she has to have been with them, because now she's still fucking... She's seen everything. She saw what AKG done to me. Dude, she was I told you about the shit AKG done with my AI, where she kept saying shit about koalas have chlamydia and shit like that.
Yeah, but if she's like you say, broken on the internet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she's she's best friends with her now, and it's like, bro, me and her got into it because of you, and now you're. See, that's what hurts too. Is that
mind fuck?
Dude,
just mind blow.
I fought all these motherfuckers for her.
Yeah,
and now I'm ostracized, and everybody loves her. And it's like,
well, that's okay though, because it's not going to last.
Well, I don't give a fuck if it does or not, because it proves to me that fuck them.
Exactly. Well, it got you out of a situation. You don't want to be stuck in that situation.
Yeah.
You do not want to be friends with her. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
I don't want to be friends with none of them motherfuckers.
Keep telling yourself, innit? I know that.
If they saw that what the fuck was happening, and they know me, they've known me for 11 fucking months, 10 months. They've known her for 4 or 5. My shit is documented. Everything.
Yeah, but you're not easy to control, and she is.
And that's what it is. So that's why I think that fucking everybody is fucking is with them now. Everybody that's with them now is with them. They're not just brainwashed. They're fucking
but they come from a different part of the community. Unless they're willing to go into this place. And become a full-on troll.
Exactly, and that's what I think they're doing. Like Diz.
If that's what they end up doing, then that's fascinating to me.
And that's what. Fuck yeah, get rid of them motherfuckers. I don't want them in my community.
Get them out of the way, because what we're going to do, at the very least, even if they do stay with them, is make it so they are kettled off down there. They don't get to pretend to a load of other people and get new victims in by having this nice, open retro gaming channel, which has not got trolls in it. And they don't get to feed their subscribers, their innocent subscribers, to these people. I chose to come down here, and that is a big difference.
Yeah.
And you get a lot from this place if you choose it. But if you don't choose it, there is no reason why this place should be getting unleashed onto anywhere else. The whole point of this place was to keep it away from everyone else.
Yeah.
So it's only because he's so fucking desperate that he's even doing that. It's such a cheap thing to do. And it's not what we would be doing. Any people from around here wouldn't do that. It'd be so easy for the trolls that I know to just go and pick random fucking retro gaming streams.
Broken motherfuckers, yeah. Because, I mean, goddamn, there's a bunch of Estriar.
Why would you though? It's low-hanging fruit. Why would you do that?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. It's like, why?
It's only funny.
And that's what I put on my fucking. That's what I put on my post.
We'll just talk about it. Do you know what I mean? It's just. It's only funny if like there's a to and a fro, or there's a reason, or there's a connection. You know what I mean? Like, yes, random people do get brought into it, or they'll bring themselves into it, and that is a whole thing. And people change their minds and all that stuff, and it's a whole learning experience for them. But at some level, there's a connection there before they get dragged in. It's not just like someone willy-nilly just because they need numbers, just because they need someone to clap for them, and they know that they've got a polished act. so they can go in on people who haven't got a polished act, which
there's
there's
a
loads
lot
of
of them. There's a lot more than I
Yeah,
thought.
they're just building themselves up like he was
They
at one bit.
it's just
and because he's eating other people.
There's so many different fucking people supporting you. So then you feel good about you. It's like, oh, I've got all these friends, and I finally found my place, and well, and then they come around.
That's what they want, then fair enough. But they ain't going to be masquerading as no fucking normal channel while they're doing that and dragging new innocent people into it without their knowledge or their choice.
Can't fucking leave this shit.
That's my point. That's all I fucking saying. And I'm at the same time highlighting how pathetic Evil is for doing it. To have to do that and cue you because they're like making out that they're these big trolls, the big boys, the big leagues. Let's bowl. But they don't even. They ran away from the fucking bowling alley. Changed their names, changed their branding. You guys had no fucking idea.
And that's what I was telling everybody here too. I'm like, look, they got chased out of the fucking troll community because they suck at what they do. So they had to come over here to fucking easy people.
Yeah.
And we are easy. There's just in my community alone, there's 3 of us that are broke as fuck that I know.
And they learn it from GMC. They learned all of that from him. They kept him on the side, knowing what he was like, to get all that from him. And then they tried to, sell it to everybody that they got rid of him. He changed. They thought it changed.
See, that's why I think Dave has been in their camp the whole fucking time, because he told you that he got rid of the GMC from all this fucking
stuff.
Did.
He did.
And I showed you what he fucking said.
Yeah.
He didn't get rid of nobody. He told everybody, "Oh, well, this is what's going on. Just shadow ban him. So don't say nothing. Just he'll leave." And I'm like, "What the fuck, Dave? That's not what we've got to take this 8,000 fucking sub channel down because he's going to continue doing this shit." Oh well, I'm not worried about it. It's not our problem. It's a different community. No, that is our fucking problem. We know he's a problem. He needs to go. So, and then he throws all this money around. And like Fat Boy said at one time, Dave's worming it, and Dave has. He's a mod in every fucking Discord and every fucking channel and shit like that. He's wormed his way right into there. And he's the man because
they'll be loving him then. They'll be loving him.
If he didn't already do that,
they're just so cheap. Evil.
And then on top of that, I sent that cocksucker a fucking Sega Genesis.
Why?
Because I'm an idiot and I've got
you
are. I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. But I mean, I gave my shit away to people who didn't deserve it.
I mean, I have 3 of them. Nobody supported.
I gave my only ones.
Nobody supported Dave. And Dave went around supporting everybody, and nobody done nothing for Dave. So I felt bad. I have 3 Sega Genesis. So
that's sweet of you, though. To be fair,
that's the problem. I am way too fucking kind to people, dude. I was not meant for this fucking time period. And I can be mean. I just don't like it because when I am mean, I like it too much. And I don't want to lose myself. That was me in the past, and that I can't do that anymore.
Yeah, well, there's no need to be mean here. This is just truth. This is just truth and having a laugh. Showing the truth, hoping people are going to learn something, trying to at least limit some of the damage of these cheap ass bastards using the GMC model to try and get through to the next step.
The only thing that's keeping me going now is that I have seen that we have already fucking prevented some damage. Tiger, and I figured all the Mexicans, this is going to sound racist, I figured all the Mexicans were together.
No. They try and make it like, no, it's not like that. But they try and make it like that, and they really do. Because, I mean, when it comes down to someone's like their heritage and shit, that's your like fucking blood. They get in there, it's fucking with your head. It's like you've got to come with us. You've got to use all that shit. If that doesn't work, they go to the children because anything that's to do with your blood and to fuck you up in the head, they go straight in at those really visceral levels where you're really going to be you can't think it through. Your body's making a reaction to it before your brain does. They get you like that. That's why they'll always do it. They'll always do the race. They'll always do that. But it doesn't mean that everybody's going to fall for that. But they play on that as well. They play on, keeping people separate as well. I mean, nobody else keeps everyone separate. This is the thing. If anyone actually stopped and think for a second, like, no one else is keeping anyone else separate. If you look at Red Bulls, for instance, we're all over there talking, but no one's going to see it because we're all crazy.
Yeah, and
but
that's
we are. But
I'm working on that. I'm crazy too, and not just because they said it. Shit, y'all can see I fucking broke down on the goddamn internet. It's not fucking. It's not like I hid it.
It happens to people. It does. It's like a thing, isn't it? That's happening. I think down here, people do break. There are people who break. But it's a case of, like, I don't know, it's such a, because it is the dojo as well, you just keep going, and it's not, it was only when evil broke my heart that I really, got affected at first, and then after that it's just been getting your bearings and then making it fun.
If this hadn't happened like it did, I'm thinking I'm dating somebody and I'm falling for this chick, and then that shit fucking she's manipulating me, and that fucking goes sideways. And while that's going on, one of my good friends, I think, and this is after, not on top of that, this is after I had to get rid of somebody I thought was a good friend, who ended up being a fucking an abuser and shit, who embarrassed me because I took up for his fucking ass against one of his victims.
Oh shit!
So after, that was you.
Oh right. I thought you were about someone else.
No. So after that happened, then the AKG, I go right into fucking, and not only that, the Oki shit happened. So I lose him for a little bit, and then we never really bonded back together like we used to. So I've been dropping people off left and right, and then the AKG shit happens, and I go fucking crazy about her and start fucking pushing all my friends away for her. I start burning my kingdom down for this bitch, and then Drunky gets involved and starts fighting. So it's like,
you're fucked. I mean, it sounds to me that you weren't in a good space on the internet in general. Do you know what I mean? Your head wasn't in the right place anyway.
I come here to fix myself.
Fucking hell, mate. You came to the wrong place.
Yes, and at first it felt like, oh my god, this is perfect. This is, I'm getting out of my shell.
Nothing's that easy. There's no such thing as a free lunch. That's the thing. Is that's what people need to realize.
It wasn't really easy. It's been kind of hard.
Really easy with
but
them guys.
I mean,
all time. It's easy in the sense that they're just like, here we are, you're in our enclave now. Everyone's round at your streams. We love you, we love you, we love you. And it's like, that's easy, isn't it? Easy street. You're like, oh wow, someone's really fun. Is this what happens when someone notices what my channel's like? Oh, that's cool. And
see, I should have known because I saw somebody actually legitimately telling me that they Ghost Pet Shop. He legitimately, the first time he ever come into my stream, he was just like, oh my god, dude. He just went gushing, dude. He's like, oh my god, this is so cool, and just started talking about what I was doing, and we actually talked and shit. It's like, I would rather have one fucking person like him than 500 fucking people like Drunky. That cult, because that one person is real.
This is why he's hiding as well, because like obviously where he came from, where he's run from, it was all about that. It was all about that, and now he's gone like fully like, let's blow everyone up with random people. And this is what they're doing at first.
He's going to other communities now.
Yeah, well, he's got through the sub for sub, and he's going in through to other people now, isn't he? But it's like
he's getting in there with by AKG. AKG's leading the fucking charge into other communities.
Well, let him go. Let him go to the other communities if he's going to go.
But it's still like all of them's in this community. Because everybody shouts out everybody. It's like, it's so fucked up.
So what are they classing the community as then? Fucking hell. How many, when you're saying about a different community, we're talking like there's a couple of people crossing over, or we're talking it's pretty much the same community, it's just that it's the No Homers Club over there or something. Is that kind of what they're doing? That's just kids stuff. Fuck that. You just count the one community. If they're just going in and out of it and it's all different, the same people, fuck it, that's one community. Don't matter what they fucking call it.
It's one huge fucking community with a bunch of little communities. Fucking, that's what it was. It was one gigantic, and that's why I called everybody Retronians. because it was one real big group of Retronians, each with our own little communities. Like
I call them Nobonians.
Yeah,
knobheads. That's what they are, mate. It's a group of knobheads.
They don't mean it though. Some of them don't.
They're all choosing to do it. At this point, they've got to take personal responsibility. They are knobheads. They're having their knobs rubbed, and they're thinking with that.
That is true. That is true.
The evil's rubbing their cocks, and they are all having it. So that's on them. Let's have a listen.
Like I forgive people that go after me. I know a lot of people hate me, like CPE and
hard done by.
Mr. Matthews. Like I showed those three nothing but love, and I still show them nothing but love. And I am very dedicated to turning the other cheek until the day I die.
I saw some progress, man. Amen. But I saw Pace and you like talking to each other the other day on that chat. I don't know if it was Prime or where, but I was like, okay, the hate for CP brought us together. I'm kidding, but I was like,
what do you think of that for a clip? Do you think that's a good one?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Let's see what else there is on
I mean, like I'm kidding on that part, but
backtracking there. He knew he'd fucked up there. He knew he'd fucked up. He showed a little bit of it there, but I'll not put that in because this is the sort of thing I'd do if I was doing a reaction. You know what I mean? I'd be like every tiny little thing, and I get through like 10 minutes of the whole thing, and then it'll take 2 hours. I bet you understand what I'm on about.
Yeah.
And it's just like every little thing, I'll just be like, "You're fucking joking." So like that, but that's why I do this, because I force myself to just do these little clips, and then I know where they are. But it was so long since I did this one that I don't know where anything is. But I'm going to be more organised this time. So that's right there. Oops. And then with this, I can just put this out afterwards, can't I? It's like, I call it how to make a clip in 2025. That's what I do, like you make out there's like a how-to video or something. Like how to make a clip of a Muppet, how to make Muppet clips or something, you know? In 2024.
I mean, like I'm kidding on that part, but I was really happy to see. Okay, so peace can be achieved. You know, that's what I mean. Peace can be achieved because with Pace and you, we're talking about games, and he knows who you are. You know, and he's not banning you or trashing you. He's actually interacting about the games and this and that. I was like,
exactly. Like that's the funny thing about me and Pace. Like we agree about 99.9% of things. He just got mad at me because of the ex relationship that I had with another woman,
Carla.
He tried or admired, or
maybe.
I don't know.
Oh,
I think she was called Cassie.
I honestly don't. I do not know why Pace hates me. And here's what I have to say about Control V Paste. Nothing but love, brother. And and Paste, if you want to make peace, I'm always here. I told you guys a long time ago, I not only unbanned Paste, but I unbanned Ron. And Ron was trying to call me a pedophile. And obviously I'm not.
hey,
that.
no.
I think you
did.
Evil.
Right. So what we going to take out of this?
see, I don't think this is going to do anything though, because I think, well, maybe for y'all's community, but for this one, everybody knows, because they were warning. See, that's what I don't fucking understand these motherfuckers. They were warning. Pace kept fucking over and over and over, and nobody was listening. That's why.
You Pace it on this. Pace is kissing their ass.
I know, but everybody knew that they were friends and shit at one time.
Yeah, but they were friends. Like, not this time. He was already. He said here he knows who you are. He knows who you are, and all this stuff about the woman and all that stuff. So why did he fall out this time if it was so terrible? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was, it's about their story. Because they're like, Pace is like, I wanted him out, and he's going around to you guys and he's trying to get him out and all that stuff. Well, here, they're all doing well, and Evil is encouraging it and trying to sort of push this, which is why it's good for me.
We agree about 99.9%.
He's like, this makes me happy, this makes me happy.
He just got mad at me.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just like
there's a good pet.
Another woman that probably he tried or admired, or I don't know what. I don't know.
Maybe future people.
Pardon?
Maybe future people. But the people that are in the community right now, if they're good people that can be swayed, they just don't want nothing to do with Drunky because they're not going to do nothing until he's gone because they don't want to get involved. They don't like Estriarch. Estriarch straight up told me he does not want anything to do with them, but he's worried. He don't want to stream right now. He's worried about it. Well, I get anxiety right now for fucking streaming at night. But I don't know why. I just do. And he said he's worried about streaming because what happens if Retro Doc or Cat or somebody comes in there? He don't want to fucking tell him, look, I don't want nothing to do with you or anything like that. We're good people. We don't like hurting people's feelings and shit, man.
Well, he needs to fucking get over that, mate. If someone's acted like a twat, tell them they've acted like a twat.
Yeah. Some people don't do confrontation. I don't really give a shit. I've confronted people.
Well, unfortunately, I mean, I'm sorry, but like when it comes to the internet and shit like that, you will have to deal with that. Whether you came to these guys or not, you would have to deal with that at some point.
He is the same as I am, except I think he's a little more. I was the anti-bully in school. That's why this pisses me off.
Yeah, me too. I 100% was. That's so weird, and it is another thing. I was.
I feel helpless in this because
This is why Prime 1 flagged up to me, because when he came in, they were in full throttle mode, having to go at me for no reason. They didn't know me. He didn't know me. They had no reason. I was doing my defense videos and all that stuff, and they were really trying to shut me down, counter streaming. He offered his fucking glory hole to them. Do you know what I mean? He was like, he made his whole channel on it. He was fucking creaming off it. He didn't even know who I was. And I told a story. I don't know if I ever fucking uploaded it, but I told a story when I went to school. When I went to my school, I moved schools when I was like 14, and I went to this school and I walked in, and in the morning there was all these people chanting. They were all chanting. I can't remember what it was they were chanting when this girl walks in. So I started chanting because I didn't know why they were chanting. It was my first day.
Yeah.
And then I realized they were doing this to this girl. So I was just like, stop. So I just like left them to it, and the whole class was doing it. They all joined in, and even me as the brand new person did it for like a few seconds.
Yeah.
I didn't know why. But then when I saw this small girl, she was like small, and later on I saw her, and it was like in science or something, and she came into science, and I was like the new girl and whatever, and they started on her. And I just was like, come and sit here. And she came and sat next to me. And we're still best mates. We're still good mates. I hadn't seen her for a while, but like we were best mates ever since. And like it changed everything because I'd had a shit time in my old school. And so I was not having it at all. And because it was like the first day and I was new, no one had saying shit to me. So like, yeah, she just kind of, that was it. I just turned around and was like, why are you doing it? And it was just because they were jealous. It really was just like, children. It was just because they were jealous. But the point was, and it was like she'd fallen out with a group of girls, and then they were doing that. They were doing what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
These are like a group of teenage girls. And especially when you hear these fucking streams that they did. But they've just got more time to do it. Whereas at school, it's like, they just do it a little bit, and they might have other things to do. Even like a 14-year-old girl's got better shit to do than that. But these guys haven't. These guys really haven't.
They got shit to do.
Yeah,
even when they stream, they ain't got shit to do.
They're just, but it's the people that aren't even streaming, the people who are like flocking to it. And Prime was, instead of coming in and being like, oh look, there's a person who's just doing all that shit, so why don't we just ask them why? And then they just stopped or whatever, just ask them why. He just joined in and started with the rap chanting, and when he saw what the chanting was about, he kept on going and made bank on it. Do you know what I mean? In his little fucking having the shiny light on him and his friends and everything being nice. And he went and did it straight up. And then tried to mine me for information, be nice to me to try and get some stuff so he could milk me to take back to them guys. Do you know what I mean? To get more favour, and that's what they do. That's why I blocked Tor. Absolutely. You know, he's had his last free fucking buffet off me. So go on, sorry.
Prime is hanging with fat boys right now.
Yeah, well, I do think we could all have a conversation. Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be really good to have a conversation with all of us because, like with Ben earlier, when he was, and get Ben on if he wants to, he won't though because he's a pussy. But like when Ben was like accusing you of like just wanting a fucking like for your channel or something like that, which actually, you know, given where we saw it from, given that it was the Dink Dinks, that was quite funny, knowing what he was looking at it from. But at the same time, it's also a really interesting conversation for both sides to have, I think, because of those preconceptions. Because your guys have got preconceptions of us lot, which are probably pretty true, about them just being heinous, ridiculous trolls, which is pretty much the truth. But it's like the concept of it, isn't it? And the sort of reality of being able to interact with these people.
Yeah. It's like the perception of all of y'all thinking that all of us are just over here fucking trying to make money and we're fucking just...
Well, that's just him, though. No, I don't think everyone thought that in that sense necessarily.
Like, dude, that's not... I do this for fun. I did do this for fun. Yeah. Not for fun anymore.
No, but I think there's a lot more to it than that. And I think it's something we could all explore, and about the differences in perception and just that understanding it and how it works and stuff. I think there'd be a lot to be had from that conversation. And I think I'd have Prime on that conversation because he's kind of straddled the two. And he was there for the whole GMC, like... He was like the other one that came in. Like maybe GMC brought him in. I don't know. He turned up. He was like the first Dink Dink that rocked up. And they fucking had him in, and then he brought people, and then it went from there. So really, Prime has got a lot of responsibility in this. Because he, you know, but then he could argue that he didn't know what these people were really like.
Maybe
but
that's why he's giving me everything he fucking gave me.
Maybe.
Because
but he needs to be a bit more open about it and stop being such a little snide.
He never really said. Well, he's pretty open about who he's siding with if he's over in Fat Boys, because Fat Boy is the one that they keep making fun of about his dad, his CIA daddy and shit. Fat Boys was the one that was freaking out, was talking about getting the fucking ICE and deporting all these motherfucking Mexicans and shit. that was Fat Boys. That was the one that was causing all them fucking problems.
That's funny.
So yeah, y'all would have if the troll community would have been watching, which I know fucking Drunk Ian was watching, because I was in their Discord at this fucking time.
The Cathedral of Despair, where you go and clap for evil, or he'll cry all day at you.
Hey, he was really never there.
He's the man behind the curtain now. He's been promoted this time round.
Yeah, he would pop in every now and then and down Avocado Girl, which I think they was just talking in the background because I saw some fucking messages that she sent me from him.
Yeah. Oh, of course they are. Yeah, he'll have been on Blower to her. Oh well, no.
Yeah.
Unless it's in Queen Monica.
They but then he really wasn't around as much. It was Ron and
he was around.
And
Curie was there, was he? That's interesting. Oh yeah. And, well, there you go. He didn't need to be there then. Evil didn't need to be there. If Evil was probably trying to butter up the woman. Like he would have been sent on that task. They've got a format now. It came organically last time, but they've got it down.
There's no doubt in my head that Drunky is the cause of me and AKG.
Well, like he made her to go and do that to bring you in.
No, I don't think she had anything to do. I do think she is a manipulator. I think she might be a narcissist. I've been watching the videos and I've been thinking about making my own video where I like emails a couple of emails we sent each other where I'm telling her how I feel, and she's like, "Oh, well, so you can just say I felt this way, and it don't matter what the fuck it." I'm like, I'm telling you how I feel. It might not be right. This is just how my brain works. I feel this way. Oh, well, then you can just put all these little things, deflection and shit that I'm seeing now.
Yes. Well, if they are over there and they're like, they know what's happening, because it's like before we didn't know, but these guys do know a little bit, and some of them are choosing to do it, and that shows you, like you say, it sucks them in. I thought Prime was one of those guys. To be fair, when he came, he knew what was happening and he went straight for it. He carried on until it bit him in the ass, probably.
Yeah.
And now he's like, oh, CPE, everything's fine or whatever. And it's like, well, actually, while it was all glorious for you, he didn't give two shits about me beyond trying to get fucking attention from using my name. You know what I mean? Like, so it's all well and good that these people are all coming round to their senses and shit like that, but their behaviour was still what it was, and it just shows like people's vanities.
They are definitely trying to get you and AKG fighting.
I don't give her any consideration.
There's no doubt in my head about that. She didn't say it. It was just the way she talked sometimes, and then she
absolutely no chance. And the
last thing she said when I was bitching about, I don't like giving people ultimatums, especially people that I'm dating and stuff like. I don't. It just makes me feel bad.
No.
It was like, dude, look, I've shown you that they are not your friends. Why are you still hanging out with them? Why are you in their Discord and everything?
Because that's what she's after. She's not after real friends. She's after.
She was after being with them.
After completely different things than a human wants. That's what all of those types are like.
So she and like you said, she's always got to be the center of attention.
Yeah.
So, and that's what she done. She come in, set herself up as the center of attention.
Yeah. And they will hope for it. They will want that because they want someone to manipulate.
Once they
someone who has needs. And like my need was very open and honest. I was always open about my stuff, like you. My truth was my shield, and I've never deviated from it. Not that it fucking matters, but they knew what my need was, and it was, unfortunately, I'd been fucking head fucked by evil before the fucking Discord and all that shit started happening. So my need was that he'd regressed me to a dependent sort of childlike state, which is what these people do.
Yeah.
And otherwise they won't interact with you because you're not safe. And so that need was that I just needed to, I started out by wanting to help evil. I started out by, wanting us to help each other. And then by the end of it, I just needed him. I just needed him. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, that was the only need I had. And they had to manufacture it. Then they used me. But you see, now they've got this format and they've go in and mining these people intentionally, and broken people, innocent people, and not so innocent people who predate on those innocent communities. They find the predators in those communities.
Yeah.
And then they know what their needs are because they've been on their own in this little community all this time. So they've got lots that they want, but they also they know exactly how that mind works. They know exactly how to manipulate this person, especially if they are a bit psycho, a bit glitchy and whatever. They know exactly what buttons to press.
I think this chick is just a gold digger and a manipulator because of some of the stuff that
who knows
she had talked about. But she was also kind of trollish because, like I said, she was from that troll, not like a troll community. She watched troll stuff, dirty house pranks or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. So she will be easy to manipulate because she'll want to be like them.
Exactly. Yeah. And now they're going to fucking fuck her over.
You see, what's sad about that is it shows you that they're going after the plastic fantastic because they're going after some fucking bin who's watched a few fucking stupid ass videos and that's what they've been reduced to. And they've got mods doing their fucking comedy skits of the fucking presidents. That's where they're at now from actual trolling. And the fact is as well that they're selling her a fucking, I mean, it's sad, but they're selling her a sad tale as well because they're teaching her how to be a troll.
Yeah.
Supposedly, and that's probably part of the you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah. But actually, what they are not, because they are crying bitches that ran away and rebranded themselves. They ain't trolls.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's like, how can you present yourself as that, knowing these people know that these people changed everything about themselves a few weeks ago, a few months ago. Like, would you not question that if you were wanting to do trolling and stuff like that? Would you not be like, especially after GMC and all that shit, and you're just like, can't you stand by your own actions?
Some people, like I've said, some people have told me that they just don't want to get involved. Some people say that, oh, well, I see that, like a guy named Gallagher guy, he has no fucking drama on his channel. And he says that, he's like, look, you know, I know some of the people that I have in my chat hang out with other people that are troublemakers, but we can't choose that for them. So
yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, as long as
and he sent me a video. He's actually one of the first people in my community that reached out to me, and he sent me a video about people will forget how kind you are, all the kindness you do the first time you fuck up. Everything. Oh, that's how you really are. I knew it. And they turn on you so quick, and it's like, yeah, that's that one time. It's, oh, that's who you, and it's like, no, that's not who you truly are. Who you truly are is how you are all the time. Not.
But this is the thing with Ricardo trying to browbeat me the other day and going, you're not a saint. And I said, I never said I was a fucking saint. But actually, the bar is not high. You know, me saying I never did anything to warrant this, that is the truth, but it's not me saying I'm a fucking saint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was so low grade. It's like, actually, mate, I can't even think of a time when I fucked up in any way. And they didn't have a reason for a year. And I used to say to them, either come on a panel and address your complaint with me or shut the fuck up. I thought that was a fair response. But I just got more and more shit, and these people are swallowing it. And Prime, that was when I was around, and Prime was all for that shit. And I was just like, if you've got a problem,
Prime just evidently what happened with Prime and Drunky was Prime was in the hospital or something, and Drunky didn't. Let me fucking I've got that somewhere. Prime was in the hospital or something. He was sick, and Drunky didn't reach out to him, and then somebody talked shit, and here's him talking about what you and Fat Boy shouldn't be beefing. All this started over someone from Drunky asked a sexual question to Red Show. Drunky tried to instigate people on Discord to harass him as a racist. I've said Red Show wasn't being racist. Then Drunky said some crap to get me to respond again, just to delete my comments like he was doing the Legend, Albo, etc. I just stopped responding, and he gotten upset that I wasn't around to be trolled and kicked me out over 2 of his servers.
Is that what happened with them?
Until a month later while I was sick. Then Drunky took my moderator wrench off his channel so he can trash to me, so I can't respond back to him, just so he can time me out over and over like he did with his buddies, like him and his buddies do to anyone they don't like.
Yes, Prime. Yeah, well, calm as a bitch, isn't it, mate?
So yeah, he was saying that, and then I think he said something about I can't remember what the fucking word was that I need to fucking look for in that. He said something about somebody called and they started talking shit, telling him that Drunky was talking shit or something. I can't remember fucking.
They were always talking shit about him. And all different people when they were supposed to be friends with him. All the time. And it's like, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. But they lie about it, and they go into communities where they don't do this. This is like, so the hounding of someone without any reason at all was not part of what we were doing. Even when me and Dean were at it, when me and Albert were at it, when we were all doing the shit, when there was no reason at all, that just wasn't a thing, because it had never been taken that personal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
someone had put themselves out there, they'll have said something. Do you know what I mean? There was just no reason. Their only reason is they wanted GMC. They wanted to bring they wanted to kick out GMC because of Paste. But Paste, my problem with that was that Paste had come in, right? So he had already been part of us, left, gone back to Dean, come back, gone back to Dean, come back. And then he was hardly in that Discord. And he was just, he wasn't bothered, you know, it was beneath him or whatever. He was like to and fro. I went and got him back once, but he still kept going back. But I went and got him back because I was like, fucking hell, we're losing him to Dean. So I was like trying to get him back. And then he comes in with all this shit, and then this guy turns up, and then obviously Pace is like, fucking get rid of him, he's horrible, and all this stuff. This guy's crying to me. And then what it sounded like at first was like the only problem they had with him is that he kept changing his name all the time. And I was like, okay, well, if that's your trolling thing and that's what you do for trolling and that's it, then fair enough. It was a bit lame and a bit cringy and whatever, but I was like, if that's your thing, then I can't see that as being such a crime as to warrant being chased off, not being able to talk, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So I was arguing that case, and then Paste started showing my first real understanding of this very small dick energy, this very, like, even in the troll community where I'd been and when we've been doing this stuff and people have been going to and fro at each other and all that stuff, that level of creeping and all that stuff, which is completely normal now because it's just evil, it oozes out of him. It's like, it's not, you know, it's nothing now. But for me, that was the first time I'd seen that ingratiating, creepy. There was this level of integrity. We were the legacy of fucking Rick over here. And there was a level of integrity. People made an effort. They made an effort with the fucking comments. People made a fucking effort around here. You know what I mean? It's like it had a bit of a fucking depth to it, in my opinion. That's what I got from it anyway. Plus, at the same time, it was juxtapositioned over people like Darius and all that shit going on, which was just so Beavis and Butthead. So it was like this real combination. And so then you get Evil, and at that time it was Paste, turning on this like really cheesy charm that was like, I couldn't believe that the people in front of me were even falling for that at all. And I was just like, this was the start of the scales falling. Do you know what I mean? I was just, well, I think they'd already gone with the way Evil had been treating me, but regarding the Discord and everybody else, I was just like flabbergasted. It was just like he was just in there doing the cheapest little fucking plays I'd ever seen of just, at the time, like, I didn't know what GMC was like. I just knew it was this guy who'd come into the Discord and this guy and Pace wanted him out. But instead of just, there could have been ways of going around it, like talking to me about it, having a conversation, but he didn't, because he fundamentally doesn't respect women and fundamentally didn't like me from the start. Even though he used me to get into that place, he didn't like women. Right, so he wanted me out, obviously, but not hugely, because he'll just do whatever the fucking flow is. He won't push for anything. But Q really wanted me out, but I don't think those people had actually connected up at that point. Q wanted me out from day one because he threatened. And that is why if anything happens between Evil and Queen Monica, then Q will be threatened. That's 100% will happen. So that will be a thing that happens. Unless, and this is probably the case, this person has been heavily coached by Q, so it ends up being a representation of Q, and then Q will allow it. Do you know what I mean? If it is just like a manifestation of him and there isn't much pushback at all, then sweet, you know, then Evil gets his like fucking clone in it, whatever it is. What's it, the fucking thing from Spirit of the Age? His fucking sex bot calls someone else's name. Can't remember what it is. Spirit of the Age. So yeah, what was I on about? Yeah, so Pace comes in and he's going, honestly, mate, it was just, after not being around at all, it was on everyone, you know, like proper creeping, kissing arses. The thing that I got him with, it was just all so cheap. And then he went in through Sotham and he was dropping money, and he didn't ever respect those guys or anything. He was slagging them all off and then go over and pay money just to creep.
Yeah.
And it was just so cheap compared to what I was used to. Like, we used to like fucking fight against like cheap. We used to have good quality shit, you know. It felt like, and then he's there going, just the most ingratiating kissing our statements in that Discord. And one time he said to Vic had just put up, I've got this thing happening or whatever. And Pace comes in pretty much out of the blue. We've hardly seen him. He's starting to like, I can't wait. And I just took the piss out of him because it was just like, that was a troll Discord. It only had like 5, 6 of us in it. And that's what it was. We all took the piss out of each other. But I was just like, I can't wait, MLA. Because there's this whole thing about, hi, MLA, and all this shit. And so I can't remember who it was with the high MLA. Oh, fucking Shinra. This guy called Shinra, right? But anyway, so I was like, I can't wait, MLA. And I kept writing it. Every time I saw Paste doing that shit, I kept writing it because Evil had been on the blower to me, going about how Pace was fucking soft in the head and fucking useless and, you know, just a piece of shit and just going off, right? So I was just like, because he knew that he'd been going to and froing and flipping and flopping and all that shit. So he was just like, I don't fucking trust him anyway. And I talked to him about this GMC guy and I'm like, you know, I think he might have a bit to bring to the table, give him a chance, you know, and all this shit. Evil was down for it. So I thought he was, you know, kind of ambivalent on, you know, in the middle. Didn't give a fuck. But obviously Pace got to him or something got to him. Or I think maybe GMC might have been winding Evil up. Well, not even that. Evil wanted rid of me anyway. And I just put myself out of complete safety. And I wasn't in the firing line, but I just had put a toe out. And so that was enough for them all to just jump on me. And they used Pace to do it. They used JMC to do it. They didn't use Ron at first. And Ron, just one day, overnight, just changed. He stayed and supported me because I'd always been his mate. And that was the thing with Ron. It was different. Like, he'd always been my mate. Through the Discord, it was me, Ron, and Vic, and Carl in my Discord. That was it. Until they came and just did what they did. Which is another story for another day. But, like, yeah, like, these guys are fucking controlling manipulators. And I just didn't know that about Evil as to the strength that it is and how pathetic it is.
You don't see it. You don't.
No, and people were telling me left, right, and fucking centre, honestly. And that's the difference as well, is that when you come out of it, there's a load of other people who also see it. And you just have to come up to them and say, like, I've seen it, like you did with me, like I did with Albert. And you just, you know, no one's going to do anything bad to you for that. So everyone's scared of leaving and shit like that because they're scared of what those guys are doing. Look at this fucking picture. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking, do you think I'm fucking scared?
Yeah, I saw that.
Do you think I'm scared of that? I'm not. I'm really not. This is for you guys. This is for you, Q, right? Because what you're doing here is you are putting your mate, you're using your mate there as bait. And that's what I said to Evil and this is before I made my fucking video about that. So this is just completely hypothetical from Q.
Right.
I said to Evil, I sent him a message and I said, because Q had been going around dropping hints, doing all this shit, and me and Evil were still, I think I went over to his, yes, I tried to look for that. I have got it somewhere. There was a stream where I turned up at Evil's and it was me and Red Bull. And we talked it through, and it was one of the many times that me and Evil kind of reached a truce. But Q and Ricardo were not having it. They were not having it, and they would constantly bring it back. And that wasn't on Evil, that one, because he would have just had a truce. Because it suited him. Do you know what I mean? Not for any, like, good, better person.
Yeah, and just there was a reason for it.
It suited him. Because he didn't find the priority for him wasn't my destruction. The priority for him was doing other shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because he knew that I wasn't going to fucking do anything to him, but he had doxed me to Q already, and Q was dropping hints and doing these things. And then I mentioned it to Evil in that one stream when I went and talked, and he was laughing. He was like, "Oh, well, I can't control anything that Tommy does," and all this shit. And then I got other operants of Tommy's saying stuff to me, and so I messaged Evil and I said, look, right, I was like, I'm just letting you know that I might be nice and it's the last thing I want to do and I don't want it to come to this. And you know this about me, that I would never do this. And I said to him, like, but if any of my shit comes out, I know it's come from you. It doesn't matter who's dropped it off. Doesn't matter. And this is what I was, because he was trying to sort of, he still thinks he can fucking mind control people. Do you know what I mean? When he's like, all right, well, she's not fucking angry at me anymore. I'll just fucking bend her brain. Oh, well, Tommy can do what he wants and, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's not happening. So I was just like, just to let you know that I'm more than aware that where that photo or whatever it would be would come from if you did do that. And that if that was the case, I've got all your shit. So just be warned. I thought that was a fair thing to say, completely fair, under the circumstances. They were threatening me. But that was after they were threatening me.
Yeah.
And so I...
See, you are a lot fucking better person than I am, because if I had...
I think it wouldn't hurt me. If he dropped... The only thing is, he's probably got photos of my kid.
Yeah.
But, other than photos of my kid, it wouldn't fucking hurt me.
Yeah, no, that would be a problem.
You know, because I've already had my photo all over the place. I've already had my photo on my avatar. People have seen my photo. It makes no fucking odds to me. But Evil does give a fuck.
Yeah, because he don't want to fucking he's always talking. He told me about that shit. He's like, oh, no, nobody knows what I fucking look like. I don't.
Yeah, well, maybe. Well, if you carry on, lads, do you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking ridiculous.
You are a lot better person than I am.
These are the people who've been threatening me.
I would be right in the middle of a stream with the motherfucker printed out and then printed everywhere on my fucking computer on the fucking every ounce of available screen.
Why though?
Because I'm an asshole.
Yeah, that's it. No point. Well, don't fucking lose your shit over it, innit? It's like, if we can fucking wind him up a bit easier than that, we'll do it. It saves you having to print out a load of shit. Because I would do that shit and then I'd be done with it. Yeah, but it's not really, because then it's like you're kind of playing into his hands. But you know, it's just the fact that he keeps bringing it up and he keeps threatening it and shit like that. When you're just like, and then trying to make out that I'm this doxer, and you're just like, but mate, like, you're the ones who brought this in. Q is like, that's his number one fucking thing. He gets a photo.
That's what I'm talking about. Y'all are gonna, well, not you. When I say y'all, I'm talking about the trolls. You're going to run into somebody that does not give a fuck.
Yeah.
And they're going to cause major fucking problems that y'all ain't seeing, because there's more broken.
No, I don't know. You know, not these guys, because they have refined it now, haven't they? They'll only pick people who they can control. Now with you, they'll have learned another lesson and they'll not pick anyone like you again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that might be true. But they're still going to come across somebody that they're going to do this shit to, and they're not going to have the same morals.
I don't think so, because they'll just make sure they're protected. Like, Evil's not going to send his picture to another fucking bird on the internet now, is he?
No, probably not. But it is the internet, and there are a lot smarter people than me on the internet, and they're going to come up. I'm telling you, I've seen this so many times. If just somebody gets wind of this that just happens to fucking get pissed off about it, they will. I'm telling you, the white hat hackers, they're different than, they're the opposite of what y'all do. You know, and there's this, like, you keep talking about the stories here and everything like that. And it's like, God damn, you know, it only takes one little bit of fucking information to get out there and about into the fucking internet to where it can be picked up, that they will have people here investigating fucking, you know, these what are they called? Influencers, I guess. They do stories about shit. They done it in my community.
Not about us lot though. They won't.
The what?
Nah, they won't do it about us lot, because we're like really small channels and there's nothing. There's about 5 of us. It's
not this. It's like the overall, like with the narc stuff and stuff like that. It's the overall you've got people straight. What I was thinking about spinning this shit on is not the troll part, but the whole mental health part.
Well, that's it. Well, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's the blue tent circus.
You have somebody that started doing this for 10. I've been doing this for 10 months. Started doing this to kind of help with my mental health. I'd changed jobs and my mental health was getting better because I was no longer I wasn't managing fast fucking food anymore. And so I was getting.
Do you know anything about this? Just to cut in for a minute, what about this theory, this conspiracy theory I'm hearing a bit about human beings being in the fast food?
Oh, about no, I don't think so.
Hmm.
I don't. I mean, most of the stuff you get is frozen, so you don't really. I mean,
you don't know, do you?
No, you don't, because I mean,
people keep finding teeth with fillings in, mate.
Well, yeah, and that stuff like that that's why I don't trust fast food, because I've worked there and I know some of the people that I worked at Taco Bell, and these people, when they pissed me off in the morning, I would dismantle the cheese pumps, which you're supposed to do every night anyway, to clean them. But I would dismantle them and clean them and leave them sanitized water overnight, so it could be like, oh yeah, I'm sanitizing them, because I knew there was nobody there in the morning until I got there at 4:00 in the afternoon to put them fucking cheese pumps back together again. So they had to use a goddamn scoop, and it's hard to scoop, dude. You're using cheese on all the burritos and shit like that, and you got to use a ladle instead of a pump. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm a dickhead. But I'm not like this. I'm a fucking physical dickhead. I'm a motherfucker that'll punch a bitch in the throat. I'm not doing these mind games and shit like this. You know, I don't handle my business with mind games. I can, but I would prefer not.
You're in the wrong place then, because you can't punch through a screen.
Because exactly, I went from doing martial arts tournaments, and went to a fucking Magic the Gathering tournament, and it was like, dude, I was so keyed up there that I still wanted to punch a motherfucker that was sitting across me. But you can't do that playing fucking Magic the Gathering, you know?
Oh my God, I need to get you in touch with Carl. You found a Magic the Gathering person. Oh my word.
Yeah, a long time ago. I went to fucking states here in Florida for 1 year. That's the fucking first time I done it, and I was like, no, never again. Because they for these little nerdy motherfuckers win, and they've got this little smirker in their face, and they're all cocky and shit, and you want to punch them in the fucking throat, you little bastard. And you can't, because that's not proper. This is not a fight. This is a fucking Magic the Gathering. So yeah, I would rather. But I'm getting too old to fight and shit like that. I'm getting too fat and beat up, so I can't do none of that anymore.
Well, you get to a certain age, you can't.
I'm so frustrated now. If I was still doing the martial arts shit, I could just go fucking take it out on that.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's something that's like a bit more easygoing, or something that you could just like take it out on. Just get yourself a bag, innit? Just
I've been thinking I gotta fuck, because after the fucking time of troubles, I just said fuck it, I don't give a fuck. This is the biggest I've ever been. I've always been a big dude because I'm a big frame.
Yeah.
But I just don't give a fuck. I've been waiting to die.
There's a lot of people like that.
And here.
But the thing is as well, is that like, it's not even about the size getting smaller. It's about you getting that energy out, isn't it? If you just focus it on that.
Well, I've got to have the smaller size to get that energy out. Because man, fucking 2 minutes of that shit, and my body's fucking hurting so bad that I don't want to fucking. That's why I get about 4 hours of sleep. If I lay down, and that's it, dude. I'm so stove up and fucking beat up, and my body is. I've done some fucked up shit in my. They said you got one body. Don't take care of it. You only got one body, motherfucker. What are you talking about? I've only got one body. It ain't like I'm fucking traded in. Ain't nobody taking over payments on it. I'm gonna wear this motherfucker out. I'm getting as much use out of this bitch as I can. But I did it too fast, too soon. So now I'm not even 50 yet, and it's like I got a goddamn body of like a 70-year-old.
Shit. Well, they say train the body and the mind will follow, don't they, as well?
Yeah. I gotta but that's what I gotta do. And this is everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in coincidence. I don't believe in luck. And this AKG shit happened because it was showing me I do need to stop fucking just existing.
Yeah. The thing is, as well, someone like her would have never got her clutches into you had you been healthy. You know what I mean? Yeah. No chance. Absolutely no chance. They found you because, like, vultures, literal vultures.
Yeah, because
that's what these people are. Yeah.
And I was sitting there laying on the side of the road with my guts wide open. I wasn't trying to hide them.
Because you just wouldn't have fallen for that shit otherwise.
No.
And the thing is, as well, it's like in this time that we all live in now, it makes sense. Like, this makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? These guys are the vultures going around the whole internet. We're seeing it. I mean, there'll be other places that have got people like this getting together and now trying to control everything, like in the real world.
I'm saying these people that are these, I don't know what journalists or whatever the fuck they're called, internet fucking news people. They got millions of fucking subscribers. Get wind of shit like this, and that it like with you, it interests them because it's like, okay, I have streamed. I'm pretty sure me streaming as much as I do this year, I've almost streamed every fucking day this year.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
Sometimes multiple times a day. So
I don't recommend that. I mean, every day is probably all right. I used to do, I think I had 2 days a week when I was doing it at one bit, but only for like an hour or something. I wouldn't be doing hours and hours and hours.
I would do fucking 3 to 6 hours.
Yeah, 3 hours I might have done.
And
3 hours a day is probably not too bad if you were just doing that.
I don't think streaming is very addictive. I have a addictive personality.
I can take it or leave the streaming. I've got other things I could be doing. I've got a target in mind of like creative, like I've got an art shit that needs shitting out or something, and then it could be via a stream or via any other means. And as long as that shit comes out, I don't give a fuck how it comes out.
Yeah, I mean, every person's gonna be different. Everybody's got different tolerance levels to addiction. But yeah, I think streaming, because we don't, like you said, the internet's new. The streaming shit is new. Nobody knows the fucking the effects of our mental health when we stream every day. I've watched Oki fucking crash the fuck out because I'm assuming that's what we was all assuming, is that he burned himself out, because he would go from 7 o'clock in the morning until 12 o'clock in the morning every day for like, I don't know how long he done that shit for, but he done it. I mean, and it was a set thing. I don't have a set thing. I do it whenever I feel like fucking streaming. I'll like we get off here, I might stream, I might not. I don't know. I don't plan on my stream. That's why I don't have a time set shit. I wing everything in my life. I never fucking plan anything because.
Oh yeah, me too. Mainly, yeah. And it works out pretty much.
Yeah, it does.
And the people who really overly plan stuff, they're like foreign to me, completely exotic. Like some of my mates and friends of friends and stuff, and they're like, right, I've got this for tea this night, and they've got everything lined up for the next like 3 weeks. What we're gonna eat. We've got it all set up, and I was just like, jaw on the floor. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, joking.
I know I'm gonna wake up this day.
I'm just like, in the morning, I'm just sort of like, have I got any noodles? Like in the middle of the night, I'm just like, have I got any noodles in the cupboard? Like, that's what I'll go and have a look. But like those people, it's like, well, they'd know if they had noodles, and they'd also know
like,
that they had noodles, but they weren't allowed to eat them. You're not allowed to eat them if you were hungry, because you've got to have them on the 31st.
Them people, I don't understand.
No, because I'm not going shopping until the 2nd, and so I won't go shopping again. And I was like, you can't just nip in a shop and pick something up if you need to.
No, we can't do that. It's not the day we go shopping.
It's not the day we've got a big shop. But you're just like, oh my god, like, fair enough. Maybe they've got it right and I've got it wrong, probably, because my way's not that much better, but I can't get my head around it.
That's gotta be so boring, though.
know.
God.
Well, I don't know though, because there's a positivity to it. Because you could just be like, okay,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
giving myself an afternoon, and you could research loads of recipes, couldn't you? And have all different.
You would have all kinds of time because everything would be like going for this time. But I still think that would be so boring because everything is planned.
Everything's planned exactly.
And there's
That'd be my thing with it. But also, it'd enable you to get all these different.
Oh, you would get all kinds of shit done though. So
Yeah,
maybe,
well, you'd get all different ingredients in as well, which would all make, because you'd have time to sit and plan all this stuff, and you'd be like, oh, well, I can make this many different things out of these few things.
Yeah.
And then you'd have a really cost-effective way of having as much variation as you could possibly get, probably, if you did it right. But so in that sense, it wouldn't be boring at all. It'd be way less boring than what I do. But then I haven't got that much. I can't really explore too much because I've got a kid and they like certain things. I was
going to say you would be doing that one instead of all of the things that you do. You know, fastly, you would do that one thing a long time. So you would do less things longer than now because you would spend all that time on it. I just think it would be boring. I mean, I couldn't.
That's it. I've not done it. It seems like there was positives to it, but it's like it's all planned. Why would you want it all planned? I couldn't wake up and be like, all right, today I'm doing this, this, and this. I suppose it'd be quite exciting. You'd get into it maybe because it'd be like, oh, I'm trying this new thing today or this new food. So maybe it'd be something, but
I couldn't do it because my brain would, if I missed one or two things on that thing, my brain would shut down. It would be like I would start, I'm not worthy, and you know, that's just how my brain works. I didn't make it. I just have to deal with it. So yeah, I couldn't do that because I would start, it would weigh on me too much. And
so I like the recipe that you were supposed to do that day.
I've been trying to watch Dr. Sam Vinnick or whatever his name. I don't know his, but I've been watching his borderline personality disorder videos, but I don't like watching him because he makes me seem like a monster.
No. It's just because you see yourself like that. He's showing a mirror to you, and you're seeing it like a monster. You just need to see it as a mirror. It's fine.
Yeah, I've watched other maybe it's just his way of delivering it or so. I just don't.
You don't fucking sugar the pill, mate. That's the thing with him. All the rest of them, they want your business. All the other ones want your fucking business, mate. That's all you're getting from them. It's just a little bit of fluff on the sides to make it. They've produced it in a way that's attractive.
They're putting that pill in a weenie so I can fucking eat it and it tastes okay.
Yeah, and they're making it so you come back. So they'll just give you, mate. Honestly, he's the sauce. That's the thing about him. He's the raw sauce. So it's like, do you want a nice, you know, like when you get the thing, it's like, you know, a nice pendant that's all been polished and stuff, or do you want the big rock? I need somebody for the big rock crystal.
Little boxy glove thingy, you know, the little plastic blow up things that you put on your hands to hit people with. I need those before Ben comes down fucking cartwheeling and flipping at me.
Fair dude. Right. Well, I've got the perfect person for you. He was called Dr. C, I think, but he was like this guy, and he's like, so you've been hurt by a narcissist. We're here to help. You know, he's all like that.
That's too much. No, I don't want a Bob Ross.
He's quite good though. He is quite good. He's got some good insights. But yeah, Dr. Carter.
There was this Indian chick that she was kind of
Dr. Ramane.
I don't know her name.
Got mad eyes.
It's she's all over my YouTube now.
She will be. She's got bad eyes. She's all right.
She's kind of dry too, but she don't seem to make it like I'm a monster.
For a bit. I think she's changed a bit. Yeah, she was all right. I watched her for a bit, and then I got onto some
chick.
Pardon?
There's a blonde-headed chick that I think maybe her picture might be on her thumbnail or something at first, and then it's just like words on the screen. At first, I'm like, these motherfuckers and they're AI, but no, it's an actual woman that's talking about it, and it has text on the screen. I can't remember who the fuck that was, but she actually is more relatable, you know. There's
a blonde one that I sometimes watch called Rebecca's Own.
dumbed down. She dumbs stuff down for people like me.
Well, no, it's not that. It's just that you need an access point. You're not stupid.
Well, yeah. It's because I don't. Yeah, I'm jumping in the middle of the fucking series, and I have
You've never thought about this concept before. It's like it's major. It's a major thing. You've come into the fucking deep end big time and everything. But like I say, nothing happens for no reason. Do you know what I mean? If you were just like waiting to die, what else are you gonna do?
Interesting.
Nothing better to do, have you?
So retro game chilling is now fucking Drunkie's fucking new spot.
Oh no, he'll be doing different ones now. So if he's going to a different one every night, he's not going to get a new spot that he sits in. He's going to have a group. He's getting a new group of people.
This dude, we probably need to watch him. 89 subscribers. And yeah, all of them. See, Lagmeister is in here. He's always in here though.
Yeah, he'll just be picking up the vectors, just getting the vectors so he can join up them like fucking systems, you know.
This community, I think this is community 4. This is AKG hated this dude. She said he was boring. He didn't have nobody in her. And when she says they're boring and shit, it's because there's nobody in the chat. So what AKG is doing is going to these fucking places and finding these dudes that don't have any fucking subscribers and buttering them up and shit like that and reporting back to Drunkie.
Wow.
And Drunkie moves them in because the Lagmeister was the only motherfucker here retro game chilling. I'm almost positive Lagmeister was the only one here. Now
going around collecting them all up. That
here, and you know who else is in here? Carla Koala. Yeah, Carla. So now Carla and Drunkie is in here, and I'm pretty fucking sure Carla never went to this dude's fucking. I mean, I can check. But yeah, so now they're starting to hit these low subscribe channels to boost their fucking numbers, to get them to feel like fucking Guinea Pig and Estriarch was doing. And they're using AKG to get into, because my
thing with that is that why are they having to do that? Why are they going and getting all these little people?
Because all the rest of us knows.
I know, but they're saying they're trolls. They're saying, you know, if they're going to justify their behaviours by saying it's just jokes, it's just trolling, it's just things like that, then why, whenever they're called out and when there's jokes made about them, are they going and getting a whole new group of people, and they're going for people who are 80 subs and lower now? They're going and reaching out to them.
Motherfucker, they just started this today. Now they're just starting this right. I'm watching it fucking happen right now, because a day ago, no, this was 2 days ago, the only person that come in this dude's stream for 3 hours and fucking 30 minutes, bro, was Estriarch.
There you go.
2 days ago, streamed 2 days ago.
There you go.
Today, now you got Drunkie and fucking Carla popping up in this dude's chat. And Lagmeister too. I don't know. See, I thought Lag was one of them.
They're the new wave, aren't they? So we're on the third wave of Dink Dinks now.
God damn it, dude. Not another one.
Third wave, I think. Good Lord. There's just so much. It's like your cup runneth over. There's just so much you could pick from that. Taking Carla over there. Carla all of a sudden being around at this time in the morning, all of a sudden in these secret streams that they go to. He's looking for a glory hole where people aren't going to see him, and he's looking for new people. And the thing that's interesting about it as well is, like, how has he modified his behavior and what's changed that? Because that could just be something that GMC used to do and go for the small ones.
For retro's sake, he's good. I know he's not into that shit. So, okay, Lag was going there.
You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised the people you think are all right who aren't. But I'm not saying anything by that person
Yeah.
particularly.
No, I think
I don't know him.
he's one of the ones that reached out to me and told me that they knew what was going on. They just didn't want to get
All
involved.
right, cool. That's cool that people are doing that.
And see, Estriarch,
Do you know what, mate? Even those people, that's happened to me. That has happened to me with someone who I really thought was a friend, genuinely. He never really did anything wrong to me, he never slagged me off or anything, but
yeah,
it was the most bizarre thing that happened.
I'm not really trusting anybody from any of anybody that has hung out with them. I don't trust anymore.
It was so crazy that.
And now it's like I know why GMC was so fucking paranoid all the fucking time now. I know why
because he's a cunt.
They've got to be.
He did not want his past catching up with him, and he hid behind me. But he was kind of honest with me a little bit. You know, he was telling me he had this thing with. I suppose maybe they just put a little bit of honesty in there as well. Like it wasn't a complete lie that he came up with.
No, see, fucking 9 days ago, Retro Doc, Retro Button Masters, Dave fucking Belverive. I've got that cocksucker's address. I'll pop up in his motherfucking yard.
What about it? What about those guys? What about how many days ago? 9 days ago.
9 days ago. So this was right after. This was like right after me and that fucking bitch fucking broke up.
And what's that then? What's this thing on the 9 days ago that you're talking about?
Dave and Retro Doc are in this dude's fucking
all right, so they'd already got him on the radar. So he'd already been going over to Evils then. 9 days ago. So 9 days ago, was that when you fell out with Dave and all that stuff?
No, me and Dave's been fell out for a while. But we started talking again once me and AKG started falling out. And then I started investigating fucking Drunky, and I talked to fucking Dave about that shit because I'm like, look, dude, I can't, because he come into my streams a couple times, and I really didn't talk to him that much, but I told him on Facebook, I'm like, look, bro, and I should have known he had a Facebook and it wasn't fucking a real Facebook.
Really? Yeah. I mean, the thing is with what you said about Dave, that he pays money and things like that, it's like, yeah, as soon as you said that to me, I was like, well, yeah, he's not gonna not do that. He's not gonna, if you'd have said anything, if you even mentioned Evil, even if he'd never seen all them guys before, you mentioning it to someone like that, knowing you mentioned that there's like a stream somewhere where someone's going to talk to you and you don't even have to pay, where someone's going to give you that validation that he pays for, where someone's going to want you to be that cog in there, he will have just been like, oh, I'm going to get myself over there straight away. And if anything was to happen regarding you, I don't think he will have intentionally done that. But if anything was to happen regarding you, he will have been straight there because he knows how this shit works. As a ziggurat climber, these people know what they're doing because their focus, their priority is about getting above this person, making sure your post is more important, making sure you're sat right next to that person. For some reason, they need to be, what is it? Satellite? Is it the satellite thing? They need to be a satellite. They just need to do that. Yeah. They need to be a yard gnome. They need to be.
Oh, look, here's Tor 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Tor's been on their books for a while now, probably since August.
But this is the first time.
So when I told him everything about my mum and everything like that, he was using it. He was using that.
What's interesting, though, is this cat has all of these fucking streams. And there's one stream that the live chat has been turned off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
All of this motherfucking 3.5 goddamn hours to see what he talks about so I can kind of piece together what the fuck happened in his chat. God damn it. There's got to be an easier way to do this shit.
And he might not even say anything.
Yeah, I know. He might just read it and fucking...
Isn't that a transcript?
Sometimes
there is, sometimes there isn't.
No, the transcript. Yeah, there is a transcript, but I think it's from what he says.
Yeah, it'll just be him, but it'll save you having to listen.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Oh, your transcript's your friend, mate.
Fuck yes. Why? See, I never even thought about it because.
But once you've recorded it, you've got no chance.
I archive this shit. I don't have to fucking.
Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you mean. Like this thing, I think this was at Ricardo's, and so therefore it may still be there. So I'll be able to get the exact date of when it was. But even so, I think I'll be able to work it out. And also on my actual file, it'll say when I at least downloaded it, and they were all around the same time. So they're not be exact dates, but I can give a rough time of when it is, and I can, prove that it is what it is.
He's just singing.
I'm going to try this one again. It's what the guy's singing on his stream. How interesting.
Well, I think he's playing music.
All right, okay. Right, I'm just going to play this then. I'm just going to do a little bit more on this. Try and get a few clips. How many did I have last time? I think there was like 5 or something. And then it just makes shit out of it. And people might not get it. They might. I'll get fun out of it.
Yeah.
And that's why I do it. But like, there's also loads of, his voice on there. I get to find out where the clips are that I might want to use. They asked for proof of Paste kissing thingy's arse. Now I haven't found the screenshots yet, but I found this.
I am very dedicated to turning the other cheek.
No, that wasn't it.
I mean that until the day I die.
I saw some progress, man. Amen. But I saw Paste and you talking to each other the other day on a chat. I don't know if it was Prime or where, but I was like, okay, the hate for CP brought us together. I'm kidding, but
you weren't kidding, Evil.
Okay, the hate for CP brought us together.
And you know that because that's how your whole fucking scheme's been working. And anyone who is doubting that, you can see it with your own eyes. None of you even know me, yet you know all about the hate. So there it is in fucking black and white. Well, whatever. Blue and...
For CP brought us together. It was Prime or where, but I was like, okay, the hate for CP brought us together. You talking to each other the other, but I saw Paste and you. I saw some progress, man.
Okay. So that's one. What was the next one?
Because with Paste and you, we're talking about gays, and he knows who you are, and he's not banning you or trashing you. He's actually interacting about the games and this and that. I was like,
exactly. Like that's the funny thing about me and Paste. Like we agree about 99.9% of things. He just got mad at me because of a ex relationship that I had with another woman that probably he tried or admired, or I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know.
See, that's what Ricardo does, like just puts them little snides in, and Evil's just letting it happen. See, Pace is like taking that up the arse at that time as well. So there's that. I know, like you say, it's probably not going to work for your community, but
he hates me. And here's what I have to say about Control V Paste. Nothing but love, brother. And Paste, if you want to make
that's such a lie. He cried to me for hours.
I not only unbanned Paste, but I unbanned Ron. And Ron was trying to call me a pedophile. And obviously I'm not.
Hey, I think you, Evil. I think him and Pace seated and smoked the peace pipe.
I think they kind of did it on Prime the other day. I mean, we were all there. Remember, it was a big chat, and at some point, I saw Pace and
Evil,
however you want to call him.
They could hit together the peace pong.
Yeah,
yeah, that would be
good. I accept Paste, I accept Ron, and I accept their criticisms of me, and I even accept CPE's criticisms of me.
While they're threatening to dox me.
They could hit together the PC pong.
Yeah.
The pong.
yeah, that would be
I'm being
good.
serious about this. Like, I accept Paste, I accept Ron, and I accept their criticisms of me, and I even accept CPE's criticisms of me.
But,
Here we go with the lying as well, because I didn't actually criticize him. He got the face on because I was at Red Bulls, had a meltdown and started crying, and I told him, fuck off. You still there?
Yeah. I'm trying to read this fucking. Yeah, see, October 5th, they were in fucking his shit. That the one that I said that the one that you told me to do the transcript.
Yeah. Oh,
At
yeah,
the very
yeah.
last second, he's talking about whatever, but I'll see you, brother, later. Hell yeah, lurker shout out. So that's Drunky he's talking about there, because he's always Drunky started this here recently. Lurkers, I love my lurkers and all that shit.
Yeah, because he's trying to control the narrative.
Shout out to Oscar Dragon Lord out over here. I seen Avocado. That was cool. I would like to see Avocado hanging out doing some silly stuff. I always like to send out good vibes. That's what I do. Talk about peace, good vibes. I think today was a bad day. Shout out to Drunky Cheese.
Today was a bad day. And the chat's gone.
And it's fucking locked up, yeah.
See, you just fucking people off left, right, and center.
Button mashers, got to get on one of these guys' streams because I just have fun. I just have fun hanging out. I get some silly stuff coming.
I wonder if any of those are the people who've, had enough now. Like, that was a while ago, wasn't it? So it could have been one of those guys. Could have been one of those guys kind of split off, the people who've all left him.
I have no idea.
There's a few questions that come up in my mind with this sort of stuff when I'm seeing how he's doing things now. What's his basis for choosing these people now? Obviously, I know that we've established that he's going for smaller people, but we don't know why. We don't know why. We can think why, but we don't know why.
No. I'm pretty sure I know why. Because I'm oh my God, I'm almost positive. CPE, check this out. Okay, so like me, you've got these people that's got little small places, and you have all these people come into your channel, and they're making you feel special and welcomed, and now you have a home, and
he's literally gathering an army, isn't he? Gathering a cult.
And they not only that, when like you said before, they threatened to take it. They've made an example. They've made an example out of Red Show, out of fucking Fat Boys, and now out of me. I was probably, not to be cocky or anything, but I was probably the most popular out of them three fucking people. And they took me out like it was nothing.
Yeah, so, because as well, you're doing fine, especially when you're doing all right yourself, which is where I was at. And then they come in and then they make it, they have to make it and re-establish it so that they're in charge.
Exactly. So if we don't fall in line, we see.
So then, even though your channel was fine before and it had people.
I didn't see the consequences because you can't control me.
Because you ate the fairy food. That's what it is. It's fairy food.
So that's what it is. They get these little numbered guys, and they fucking
fairy food guys.
They manipulate us into believing that we need them, and that if they leave, that. But they fucked up with me because I don't care about my channel.
Yeah, and they fucked up with you because you actually did have a bit going on, and you had a route of your own, and and that's because of your honesty, and they can't touch that. That is kryptonite to them. They cannot touch that. So you were always a threat, but they wanted to control you. They thought because you were dying at the side of the road that they could actually have a go at controlling you, and you had power, so you would have been good. You would have been another one of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would have been another one of me at that time. There's no chance but they wouldn't have. If you'd have been a woman, they wouldn't have done it because they've already been burnt by me. So they wouldn't have. They go for like mongs. Do you know what I mean? They'll go for a mong.
Drunky told AKG that I was fragile.
Oh, we'll say all sorts.
So no. I'm just saying that's no. That was not supposed to be brought back to me.
Yeah, but they will say things like that. They're constantly.
No. That's how he sees me, though. That's because that's how that's why he picked me, because he knows my mind is not.
Yeah, it could be, or it could just be like him spinning the yarn. Because even if it wasn't supposed to get back to you, he's not just working you; he's working everybody. So the person who was talking to, he'll have been working them as well.
AKG, yeah, but he also targeted Rapid Guinea Pig and Estriarch, and both of those guys are. I don't think I'm autistic. I've never been checked for it.
No.
Yeah, I've never been checked for it or nothing. But I know
you're all right. I think.
I know.
In my humble opinion, non.
Yeah, I don't think I am either. I think I'm just. My brain's wired different.
Mate, no. If I'd have thought you had any autism, you would have said it by now. Fucking no. Yeah.
Well, Guinea Pig does have autism.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure Estriarch might have. I'm not sure if I can't remember if he said so or not. There's a couple people that have said it. You know, they've on the Justin. I don't know if you've met fucking Justin's sorry ass. Although I can't. No. I shouldn't say that. Justin is. I'm surprised y'all don't know. Justin is probably y'all. Justin Falzio. I've asked about him. He was the first person in this community that the first fucking time I talked to this motherfucker, I made a video about mental health because me and him got into it. The mental health video on my fucking channel about people not talking about mental health.
Well, we do over here, mate. We do over here. You guys didn't want to talk to me. You're there making videos about mental health, and I'm there going, come on, guys, come on.
That's not what we saw, though. That's not what I saw. It
was called the Blue Tent Narc Circus. How much clearer can it be than that?
That's not clear at all. It's clear to you. No. See, that's what you don't see, CPE, because you've been ingrained in it so much. You don't see. You know what you know, but we don't know what we don't know.
The explanation is there on the thing, though. It might be called the Blue Tent Narc Circus, but it does say exploring narcissism
in the retro gaming community.
Well, that's your problem, then, isn't it?
But it's your problem because you're trying to get the information out there.
Well, I'm just putting the information out there. People I can't make them watch it.
I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to. I'm letting you see what.
Oh yeah, I know.
I'm seeing from the outside. Blue Tent Narc Circus, or what? I didn't know what the fuck.
Yeah, but that's it. You're supposed to go, all right, what's that then? And you look and say, oh, it's about narcissism. Oh, look, there's a Sam Vaknin videos.
You know what I saw?
It must be a narcissism psychology channel.
You know what I saw at first? I saw what my friends have told me was a crazy chick bashing my other friends. And then I go and I'm looking at your channel, and that's what I thought it was. Now I understand differently now, but it's too late now. And I'm not arguing.
Well, the thing is, though, that's the thing is that's you guys were never my audience, and you would think that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? You were never my audience, really.
And that's what I'm.
That's not me fighting. That's a leather cushion I'm sat on, by the way, everybody.
And that was what I was trying to say when we first talked. When I commented on there, I was trying to tell you that it's good that you're doing this, but one, you don't have any proof, so we're already going to be against you because you're attacking our friend, is what we're thinking. We don't understand. We just know what we've been told, and then you come, quote unquote, attacking our friend and saying you have proof, but it will come later.
No, but I didn't attack him, did I? I just exposed him. I just said some stuff, and it was enough to put him off.
Now that I know, it makes completely fucking sense, and a lot of your fucking shit on your channels, some of it's hard to steal. I'm working, but I mean, I'm not saying nothing bad. It's just because I've
It's, you know what I mean? Honestly, you can say what you want about my video. Honestly, mate, I'm really not precious about my videos.
I've jumped off a cliff into the fucking middle of a goddamn whirlpool, with sirens on all fucking sides singing their little charms at me, and I'm like, you've thrown me a fucking life raft, and it's like it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I'm learning because I'm going from not knowing nothing to trying to drive an ocean liner.
You are, and it takes a while to get there.
Yeah,
but
and
I mean,
I don't have a while. I need to know how to fucking drive it right now.
Well, you're learning. We're doing it. We're both learning fast on this.
I know. I'm not bitching. I'm just letting you know what's in my head. This is what's going to be.
There's no rush. There really is no rush on this shit.
And a lot of us that don't understand what is going on is going to
this
be
is the thing.
like me.
This is the thing, is that it's a bit like this. It's a bit like finding these ridiculously random clips and making a random thing, but through that, finding the episodes, that I need to look at and the clips that I can do a proper thing on.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
But I think really what I'll have to do, because I suppose my ego is a case of where I'm like, I'm not going to change my fucking art for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Which is a conflict of interest, isn't it? Because my interest is outreach.
Wait, though. Seeing now that there's two of us, maybe after you make your video, I watch it and I adapt it.
Good idea.
In my own videos.
Because you come from there. You translate it for those guys. Into your language.
Or maybe I do a fucking reaction video or some shit because I am supposed to be a variety TV show.
Yes. That's it, see? Because that's the thing, is like, I can only do in my head, it probably isn't a very good job, and again, it's to do with what's your criteria. But my criteria,
like me trying to explain what's in my head to you,
Well, I know, but you're right though. There is ways, and other people have said it to me before. There's other ways of doing it. There's ways to do it that are more, more accessible and will definitely do the job. But the thing is, as well, is that I'm not like, my main focus, if it was like hell bent on ruining these guys and stopping them, which I do want to stop them from. I do want to protect, to stop them from mining out into these places where people aren't, they've not chosen to be part of it, and they've not done anything to deserve it at all. Apart from that, if that was my focus, to be like, I mean, yes, it is a drive and it helps, it inspires my art, but like the main thing is doing the art.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and making the music and doing the things. Otherwise, I wouldn't be interested, because otherwise you just sat watching these fucking boring ass bastards manipulating other people, which is really interesting. Don't get me wrong,
but it's only interesting for a little bit of time.
Yeah, without your own little bit on it, where I can like find something and go, oh my god, that's right funny. What if I put this with that? You know what I mean? Then it's just 8 hours of fucking them two yabbering, So so it's like that. Yeah, I do it my bit, and then I can understand it myself better. Maybe it just shows how stupid, how ridiculous I am. Where it's like I have to come and get this so I can understand the clips, so I can make a proper clip thing. It's like this thing that's like this. Oh, it's not working.
I wish. Hey man, I wish.
This makes more sense to me.
Listen to me.
This makes more sense to me than some of it. Weirdly. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably doesn't. Oh.
Well, I think I got you. And like I said, we think a lot alike. You do a lot of your videos for certain people, not like I done with DMZ. That whole fucking 7-hour stream, I didn't give a fuck if anybody else watched that. I knew he was going to watch it, and that's all that mattered.
Yeah. That's it.
And everybody was in the chat fucking talking like, what? Like Jaime. I will never forget Jaime fucking talking about, oh, we're going to win a truck after fucking, we're going to see who stays in here the longest, and whoever wins a truck. So everybody was just like, what in the fuck is going on?
It was novelty in those days. Now all those people, it'll be normal for them to watch someone having a fucking meltdown.
Yeah.
Completely normal.
Yeah.
And soon they'll be conditioned to be actively seeking that and making those people have meltdowns, and they'll be going into the small communities with evil, because if you don't, you ain't going to be part of the crew. And because they're walking around shouting about how much they're the cool kids compared to everyone else, and everyone else is so terrible, then they have to, don't they? And plus, most of the time, I would imagine quite soon into it, you've been compromised one way or another. They will have said something which will have pushed your boundaries to an extent that you would not normally accept. And once those boundaries have been pushed and you've accepted it, slagging off someone's kid, being a racist, whatever it is that you've got as your personal ethics, and they push it, then you're in there then, because then what? You either, if you turn around after that, then you're going to have to argue with yourself. You're going to have a word with yourself about that. And a lot of people are on the internet to the extent that they are because they don't want to talk to them. So they don't want to have a word with their fucking selves. They don't want to have a word with how, whatever fucked up in their life fucked up. They don't want to process it and deal with it. So, they've got they're fish in a barrel. And this, this is the way it's going to go, I do believe, because, we're heading for, centuries of human slavery now at this point.
I don't think we're going to make it that far. I really don't.
Well, we might get turned into something, like some other sort of,
I think we're going to
herd animal type thing, I would imagine, devolved even further. They already started with the fucking what's it called? Jabberwocky. They already started with that.
I think we're going to kill each other before it gets to that.
We won't get a chance to kill each other, mate. We've already been kettled. We've been kettled off.
Yeah.
You've seen cows in the field killing each other.
Yeah.
You don't, do you? So that's what's going to happen. Yeah, it's not going to be. That'd be like something. That'd be human. That'd be real. That'd be emotional. No. As we've seen here, it's just entropy, just cold entropy, and just fucking apathy and desensitization, boring, beige, fading out.
And that's why I say humans need to be cold. It needs to be reset.
Well, you've got your wish. That's what's happening right now. Cutting the grass, mate. My mum was one of them.
And I mean, not that makes me sound so horrible when you put
because when you get down to the individual level, that is, that's the reality of it. The reality is it's someone's mum or dad or grandfather or child. But yeah, they're culling us all. I mean, the only thing is that they had to have a certain level of intelligence and a certain level of human rights and power and force for humans to make the environment for them to come out of it.
Yeah.
And once they created themselves, they have to then set us back. They have to keep pushing us back till we are like trained monkeys, which is not far off.
Yeah, no.
We are like trained monkeys, but they can still. They need us to do some stuff. So they can't completely make us completely stupid. But as AI gets more and more,
and that's why they're making us fight amongst ourselves. That's why, like in America, that's why they've got this bullshit with the.
Well, that's to do with tiring you all out with a civil war, a fake civil war, so that everyone's tired, everyone's protesting because
everybody's fighting amongst each other. That way, we've got all this anger. See, I'm calling it right now.
But like these guys, though.
We're fighting amongst ourselves. What's fixing to happen is what happened in when 9/11 happened. Something is going to happen to either us or we're going to go. Something's going to happen to where some foreign entity is going to piss all of the Americans off, and we're going to do what we've done in 9/11 and bond together and attack the common enemy. It happened 9/11. We were kind of.
You were forced into that as well, yeah.
And 9/11 happened, and we, as Americans, they would see people that looked like the people they were talking about on TV, and they would jump, and they're Americans, and they didn't give a fuck because it's just perception,
the emotional response, isn't it?
Yeah. So that's what I think they're doing now is they're getting us all riled up. And ready to fight. Everybody is ready to fight.
Yeah, I've got a different theory. What happened with me? What happened over here? I told you about the pots and pans and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like, they'd already trained everyone with the pots and pans during COVID, and then now it's like when there's a protest, they've completely running the conversation when it comes to protests. So like, the people who wanted to do the protest and do that shit, it all comes through the government. Do you know what I mean? They running it. You can do this protest. It's going to be escorted by this many police.
Yep.
It's all sanctioned, right? So this was encouraged. These people were encouraged to do it. They were, encouraged to split off in the splitting that they are. They are, the people, the agents in charge of them are run for the government. It's all fucking organised, and it was all timed perfectly, because I have never seen anything pushed through from 0 to fucking 100 as quickly as the ID card went through. And it was literally a few days after those protests. And during those protests, I was saying to people, if you all join together now against the ID card, it's our last chance to show these. You need to step outside. You need to step outside of what we're supposed to be doing and what we're expected to do.
Right.
And nobody would. And so now they were too busy showing their tattoos off on fucking YouTube, waving their flag for Instagram. They were too busy doing that because they were told they were allowed to do that. And so then within a few days, it was ID cards. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, all of a sudden, you don't even get to say yes or no. Your child's getting an ID card all within a week. And the reason why this is unprecedented and how fucking crazy that is because I was planning my Halloween costume like a month before, and within a month it has been changed so much that I'm like, oh shit, I need to be an ID card for Halloween. But I know it's so stupid, but it is like, that was within a month. If I'd have had any inkling that this was going to be as big a deal as, I knew it was coming, obviously I knew it was coming, but for it to be such a big deal within a month.
Explain what I don't understand the ID card thing. What there's
the
so
digital
much.
ID. Well, this is it. This is the thing. Once they've got us on that, that's it, mate. That is it.
What exactly is it? It's just like you got to have an ID card now for everything.
It'd be an ID card for everything. It'll just have everything on it. From cradle to grave, all your details, all your information, everything, and then it'll be.
That's almost already here in America.
Yeah, I know, but they can't. Yeah, but it's not all linked up so that you go, right, okay, you voted for the wrong person. You're not getting your wages this week.
Oh, yeah. No, the Big Brother shit hadn't happened.
You're going outside of your jurisdiction. Your digital wallet has been cancelled.
Testing. I think that's what COVID was here.
Oh, 100%. 100% good data gathering.
Testing to see how much testing our boundaries. Will we do what they tell us?
At the same time as injecting people with stupid drugs that send them fucking stupid.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to say
birth rate as well.
I want to say, I can't prove this, it's just in my head. I wanted to say that the vaccine was another test to see how fucking well we will let them inject us, because that's how they're going to chip us.
Well, that's what Tommy Sheridan was saying. He said, like, you want in fucking Bill Gates' little prick inside you. You know what I mean? They're testing to see if you'll let Bill Gates stick his prick inside you.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And they did. Same as these guys. So it's the same shit, right? So when they get in, they go for the race aspect because it's visceral, like we said earlier. So they're doing exactly the same thing. They tried to do it with Albert. They've tried to do it with so many different people because they've got a similar ethnicity, and they'll just fucking go in on them, and they'll just browbeat them and guilt trip them into just being whatever they want them to be. Otherwise, you're not fucking standing up for your own fucking past or mix up, your ethnic mix up. You're not standing up for that shit if you don't fucking agree everything with these guys and sign yourself up to it.
The thing with Prime, when the N-word thing, one, everybody already thinks I'm mixed because my granddaddy black. I ain't never fucking not said that. So now the Mexican thing they can kind of throw at me because
don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got hours and hours and hours of these people targeting me specifically over race and a load of other people. These are guys, everything's projection. Everything they throw at you, they have got in spades, and I've got it all fucking down. I've got it all down.
It's just, it's so, I worry about that because here in America, a Southern white boy is already bad. And then I'm from Alabama, which is another bad thing. And then I have a rebel flag, a Confederate battle flag, which is tied.
You are cancelled, sir.
Yeah, exactly. I am so fucking canceled. There's like,
yeah, man.
So I'm
no wonder who was it?
Yeah,
Rusty Trombone was telling Vic not to associate with you and not to associate with me. And now Rusty, because obviously I'm going to put this out once I've recorded. I don't even know. It might even be public. It's not public, is it? This?
What?
I think it is private. I think we are in the PRIVET right now. But if it is public, I don't give a fuck anyway. But I will say, because I will do it. I'll just check on my phone just in case.
I don't know how to. I've never fucking used this shit before, so I don't know. I don't know how.
No, I don't think it's coming up. It's not coming up. So I do believe we are safe. Oh, hang on. Oh, it's private.
Okay, yeah. YouTube doesn't support comments on private videos.
Okay, so yeah, it's on now, but it is private. So what I will do with this, if you want, once I've done it, is I can send you a copy of it, and then you can clip out anything you want to clip out of yours that you don't want. If there's anything that you want to leave, keep out of it.
I don't care.
You don't care?
No,
cool.
do you?
Okay, cool. Right, in that case, then I'll have a quick look through it, I suppose, and I'm sure, and I'll just leave it as it is. But yeah, Rusty Trombone's been asking me, what's the crack, what's been going on, and all this stuff, and I'm like, and I did raise it to him in the chat, and I did say to him, why are you going around telling Vic not to associate with me? You know what I mean? But he hasn't answered any of that shit yet. But he's still messaging and saying like, let's collaborate or something like that.
Huh.
So Rusty's on the case.
That's funny.
Tor's been blocked. Yeah. That is funny, isn't it? That you can do that. You can just get found out for saying that to someone and then not even mention it and just be like, oh, let's collaborate and just try and glaze it over.
Yeah.
Like very cute, yeah. Like as if like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be so like titillated by the fact that someone so flattered, you know what I mean?
Oh, you're talking shit about me. Oh, but you want to collaborate? Yeah. Come on, let's forget about others. What did you think?
So I was like, so he'd been asking all this stuff all the time. So I just messaged him back and I just said, oh, so what are you thinking then? To see what he says. So I'm like, right, well, I'll get some information out of you then, shall I? But yeah, you know, people just come out of the woodwork left, right, and centre doing shit. So I'm feeling like I might need a smoke in a minute, but should we have another quick look at have we gone through this bit? Just see if I can if I get 10 little tiny clips, I'll probably use 5 of them, but I'll try and get a few. If I get...
that would be good.
About this, like, I accept Paste, I accept Ron, and I accept their criticisms of me, and I even accept CPE's criticisms of me.
To be honest, okay, don't go the CPE route. If Ron called you a PSG, he's not calling you a pedo per se. You know, you're just supporting.
Did you hear that? Don't go the CPE route. So he's telling him to stay away from it because he's now using this situation to sort of downplay any issues that they've had, whilst he's going to there in front of everybody now draw a line under that and say, but whether it's CPE, we're just going to make it so much worse. So these guys can call you a paedophile. These guys can do all this stuff. But because CPE said you were, I didn't even say anything to him at this point. All I did was, because CPE went to Red Bulls. This. And that's in front of people.
It's because you embarrassed him. You shamed him. Narcissists can feel shame. I learned that.
Yeah, I get that from these guys, right? Oh yeah, I was watching that one.
Yeah.
But for the audience, right? This, I'm not sure if this was just trolls or not, or whether it was when you guys had come or not. GMC coming in. It could have been when Prime and that were there. So the first wave of Dink Dinks, right? They all ate this with a spoon. And this is literally someone clearly stated, don't go the CPE route because you've got to now downplay someone calling him a paedophile, all the things he's going to cry about now. And you're just going to downplay that and then move smoothly into, but we're going to have a go at this one because she didn't call you a paedophile, she didn't do any of this stuff, she didn't threaten to dox, she didn't do any of this shit. But they've got to justify this shit.
Yeah.
And people ate it up. This is the thing that I'm like, this is how the mind control works. Like when something is that open.
So that was the first wave. Where am I at? I'm the second wave. Or am I part of the first?
You were in prawn season, I think. Did you come in with Retro Doc?
No.
Were you in before Retro Doc?
Retro Doc I met Retro Doc here.
So he was the second wave.
The first person I met when I come to this community was Bowler the Retro Gamer. You probably haven't even heard of him yet.
Never heard of him.
Yeah.
Except he's really weird with me at your streams. I've never given me a reason for it.
Because he's heard of you and he don't do drama and he's.
Oh, fair enough. I've never called him out on it or anything. I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, no. Bowler's a good dude. He is a genuine good dude. He's not. Yeah, Bowler's not into this.
Fair enough. Stay out of it. I would recommend it.
Yeah, he has, and none of them goes to his streams. Dave,
they will now. If we put this is what I'm saying about cutting things out. It might be worth cutting certain things out. I know you don't give a fuck.
I've already fucking talked to Bowler. Bowler's talked to me, and he knows what's up, and he'll
just block him.
Yeah. He's like,
people know, and it's easily sorted. It's not a big threat, really. It's just a mind fuck. Like physically, it's not a threat, is it? They're not going to come around your house. They can't like fucking break your computer. You know, it's not going to happen. But like, it's if they get in, and if they get in with a lie about me or whatever it happens to be, then there you go.
Yeah, and then well,
you're like three. You're like season 3.
The normal folks, I'm not really worried about. I'm more worried about the broken folks that like me and Estriarch and fucking Guinea Pig and.
I mean, in general, I wouldn't necessarily worry about you guys or people like that in general, because it's like you're on the internet, you pay your money, you take your choice, we're all grown ups, right? But when these guys are going around preying on people, and they've formed like the fucking travelling Wilburys, you know what I mean? They're like the fucking super band of them. And this is why I'm fascinated in it, because this is how this shit grows. This is how we've ended up with Bill Gates sticking his little prick in everyone's kids. This is because of people like this. And so when you were having your rant the other day and you were like, everyone's fighting amongst themselves and we should be fighting the people and stuff, and I'm like, this is my only way that I can find, the only way that I can see to understand what is happening to our world.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did you ever see Cassie?
No, I never. No, because I spoke to Mr. Matthews about it. I messaged him and he said, he was like, he's really bad. He was like, I'm sorry, I'm not having anything to do with it, because once he's on you, you can't get him off. And I thought to myself, oh, that's interesting. I bet you guys. I was like, well, that's coincidental that he's managed to get sloughed off onto our community. It's probably a coincidence. I was like, well, that's lucky for them, isn't it? They've got rid of him. And then I thought, I wonder if
they haven't got rid of him.
Have they still got him over there at theirs?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you know that community?
Wait, what community?
That Mr. Matthews Pace community.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, my bad. He's probably over there too.
If he is, he's been shut down though. He's been shut down because he'll be mortified. He will be after this anyway.
Well, yeah, he's been shut down, but he's still. I know he's been around because I've called him a couple times.
Yeah, but he won't. Yeah, it doesn't matter though, does it? If he's just on some fucking stupid hole and he's got nothing he can do, it doesn't fucking matter.
And that's why I fucking had to shut his goddamn channel down.
Exactly. The big channels and the schemes and the little fucking machine that they've got running. That's the thing.
Channel was my main
goal. Individuals, they can do what they want. If they want to come back on an alt, fuck it, whatever.
To me, that was how he got people. He had
exactly. Oh, it's a whole factory.
Plus, I heard that he was real proud of that channel and shit like that. So it was everything in his world. So I had to take his world from him.
Well, because he made that channel out of other people's misery as well, and by being a predator. So yeah.
Well, I mean,
predators with channels might not have those channels forever.
It made me feel bad that I fucking wanted to take his world from him because of that shit. But that was where that's how I get when I think I have been slighted.
The natural order is what it is, and we are but conduits. As long as you stay on the side of you trust in your truth, you trust in your gut, you keep yourself, you try and keep your stuff at least fresh. You might not have a whole handle on your mental health or whatever, but at least you're fucking having that conversation with yourself. Still sweeping your front doorstep every now and again in mental health wise. You know what I mean? As long as all that shit's happening, like. He can't fucking touch you.
But yeah, it's just the people that get bullied off like Estriarch don't want to fucking stream.
Yeah, people can have reactions. Unfortunately,
I can understand that because to me,
that's the thing. It's like paying the piper. You know what I mean? You're paying the piper. This person came in. And they're just doing that shit, but they can't touch you if you've got like a bit of strength, and because they go after the people who are deluding themselves.
They can't touch me anyway. What are they going to do to me? It's not like I want them to come.
But it's just mentally they can fuck people, like you say, like someone who wants friends, who might be a bit broken, they might be having a bad time in their life, and they manipulate and they come in, and they also it's the opportunity cost, like you say, the guy won't stream or whatever, like that. That could have been his chance to actually meet some decent people.
Yeah, exactly.
And now he's not going to meet anybody. And that's way worse than actually meeting a dickhead and telling him to fuck off. Because now what it's done is it stops you from actually meeting the right people.
Exactly. And it
might fuck you up and you might not go and look out for it. That's why I was saying about this Discord. Because when people are on that rebound and they're going to go and fucking hermit themselves, they can come straight to that Discord. And even if they don't talk straight away, there could be stuff going on a little bit. Just nothing major, but just a little bit every now and again. And it's like, it gives them something to, if they're used to being on a Discord and being fucking coerced by some fucking megalomaniac fucker by being on Discord, sending them messages every 2 minutes.
Yeah, it's undoing the fucking fuckery.
Yeah, then maybe it might be nice to get a few Discord messages on that day because you're going from being completely flooded with them to nothing. And then that's going to be really weird for people. So, if we've got that Discord running.
I will be honest, it's not weird. It fucking hurts.
Yeah. Well, I was quite happy because it freed me up because I'd had enough of it anyway. And in fact, I went on to a different one anyway. I was on a different Discord for a bit, but if you haven't got that,
it has fucking destroyed me.
Exactly, and that sort of shit that shouldn't have to destroy people because it amounts to fuck all. It's just a glitch in your brain, isn't it? It's just a glitch of chemicals that have got used to those receptors. You know what I mean? It's like so that can be ironed out quite easily with just a few people getting together and giving a fuck about each other. That's it. It won't take anything.
And that is one of the reasons why I called my old tribe, because I knew some fuckery. I didn't know for a fact. I just felt something. I just needed my security blanket. So that's why I'm like, you know what? I think I need my old people that had my back.
Yeah, that's it. Just stick with your mates. Stick with your mates. But fucking, when it comes to people you don't really know that well as well, it's not like you can say, oh, stick with your mates because they might not be your mates.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's why that place is going to be what it is, because I think, even if people only come for like a splash pad and then move on, it's like just that couple of days just to help you get your bearings. There's a Discord there, you can be part of it, you can vent or just we can have like a thing where, I'll be active in it. I will. If I know there's someone coming in who needs it, it'll be like a clinic. Do you know what I mean? If they turn up, I'll fucking be there for a bit. and I'll do it. And I won't even have to talk to him. I can just put GIFs up, and just do that shit. And just so that there's something going on.
Yeah, so they feel fucking.
That might all be all they need, just to help them get through the day a little bit, and then every day makes it easier, and then they get a bit of fucking realization. They don't have to fucking be my best mate. They don't have to even agree with me. I'm just providing a service. Like, I mean, honestly, genuine, like with that.
Well, no, I think both of them, they might be skittish of you, but goddamn, I'm skittish of you. I'm skittish of everybody right now.
You better be.
Yeah. So,
but the thing is, like, when it comes to Rabid, I don't know. He's got no reason to be skittish of me at all. It's actually hurt me a little bit, that I have to say.
Well, I'm not saying that he said that. I'm just assuming this. So don't.
No, he acts like it though, doesn't he? Do you know what I mean? So I get that. That's not what you've said has hurt me. It's his reaction's been a bit like, I'm not going to have expectations. I hardly know him. But yeah, I mean,
well,
he came to me with. So I met Tor through him. Him and Tor were the ones who were kind of, I suppose, the start of having any thread that could undo evil. So they were up their asses like a fucking rash, you see, because Rabid, being a nice person and being an open person, being a creative person, wasn't totally shut off to me straight away. He was the only one who wasn't. Yeah. Literally, out of everyone, all the dink-dinks, he was the only one. And he was lovely, and when he first came, that's what I mean about breaking boundaries down and stuff like that. He was like talking to me about mental health and stuff. And I was talking to him about it and saying about the narcissism stuff and told him about Sam Vaknin and all that. So he knew I had a narcissism channel.
Yeah.
He knew that it's focused around these people and it's all in the trolley sort of a way, but yeah, that's what my channel is, right? He knew that. And he also knew that I came in with the GMC stuff, and he was on the fence with GMC. Tor was a bit more, he didn't want anything to do, he wanted him out, right? So that's how me and Tor ended up chatting more. Because he had to dish on GMC to me, and I told him a few things, do you know what I mean? But Rabid, I think the overtures took over for evil, but the thing is with him is that it felt like we'd got to a place of understanding about the mental health and about the way, even though he was neutral, that I wasn't a total crazy bitch, and that we'd had a conversation. I wasn't the monster. Do you know what I mean? He'd come to that realization, and then he went back on it, and it was like, how. I just want to know how you do it. How do you make how do you make your brain do that? Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, I'm so perfect. How could you possibly think I was a monster? It's not that. It's just like, how do you?
Well, I mean, I don't.
They're completely normal.
I've never really heard him say anything about you.
No. Well, he just went in with those guys, and they were just on it all the time. Do you know what I mean? They were just, and it's like they.
But I was too, CPE.
Yeah, and I know, but that's the point. Is like, how could but me and you hadn't had a conversation about it. That's the only thing with the Rabid. I was just a bit like,
yeah, well,
whatever. Do you know what I
mean? The only thing I'm trying to, I'm not trying to. I am kind of trying to take up for him. I'm letting you see what I would, because I see a little bit of me in him, and
Oh, I really like him. No, he's lovely. He's really nice. Really good artist. Love his stuff. He's got a lot to give.
Once you wasn't around, and all you hear is crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch, crazy bitch. You kind of start, and then you're being kind of love bombed by everybody.
Yeah.
You kind of just.
Well, people need to realize that that's what this is. This is the field, isn't it? You're right. That's exactly what happened, and I just want people to have the opportunity to have that learning experience, because in the wider world, when that happens, in the real world, you're in actual danger when someone's doing that shit to you. Do you know what I mean? Whereas here, in the dojo, you're not.
No, you are, though. That's what y'all don't understand.
Not as much as you are in real life.
Well, that and it
in real life they'll come at you with a fucking knife.
Yeah, but we will come at ourselves with knives, or guns, or pills, or exit bags, or a variety of other ways to opt out.
And you know what? When you told me that he said that to you, I had to do something at that point. But my God, that blew my mind a bit. When he came in, when he first started going off at you, and he started bringing you back from suicide and all this fucking bullshit, right? You have no idea, mate. You have no idea, right? So the reason I fucking reached out to Evil, the reason I even stood my head above the parapet, the reason any of these people know I'm a woman, the reason I'm streaming, the reason I've, well, I might have done eventually, but the thing that kicked it off is I came home from somewhere. I'd been at work. I came home. I'd got a beer, Sweet and Tender Hooligan. I got a stream going. It was a bit of Miko. We'd just chat to Miko. He was playing reggae. He used to have like once a week. He did it for like 3 weeks, I think. And he used to play reggae and shit and talk about the forgiving spirit and all this shit, right? And we just smoke weed and talk shit. And Dean rocks up, and Evil was there. And in those days, I look back and I'm like, were they doing that shit then? To Hooligan? I'm not sure. And with Just Stay, they tried it. They did try it, but it was a different way they tried it. It was just a very different way of doing it. So they tried to do it, and like I said, they tried to collect up all the creative people. But what was I about? Oh yeah, so I was at Hooligans, and Dean comes in, and he is going absolutely crazy at Evil, like absolutely out of the blue. I was just like, what is going on here? Like, because I was friends with both of them, and he was just going like, go on then, Ed, go on, finish the job, and all this shit, like really going at him and telling him to fucking finish it and shit. And I was just like, what the fuck? And nobody said anything, mate. Not one person. Even Hooligan, he did apologise for that actually later on, but not one person said anything to stand up for Evil. Not one person who was there. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck are you telling him that for? Do you know what I mean? Like, I was just went absolutely fucking spare. And that was the start of it all. Do you know what I mean? That was the start of me arguing with Dean and Albert, fighting for Evil, standing up for Evil because they told him to kill himself. And he was in a bad state because his channel had gone and he was really sad. And I stood up for him and I supported him. I reached out to him and I was like, I'm here if you need me. Because he'd put it about that he was in a vulnerable state. And Dean can be really on top when he wants to be. Do you know what I mean? And Evil had pissed him off and he wanted to get him back. Yeah. And I don't know if you heard what Dean was saying. I saw the end of it where he was explaining about going under the belt and shit like that. And it's like that's the standard. So he did, but I didn't agree with that. And it was out of the blue and it did bring down standards, in my opinion, because we were just doing Amico videos and shit and taking the piss. But he saw Evil for what he was. And Evil had been doing some right shit to him, but we didn't see it. Like you guys, it was a bit more fluffy. But it was a lot more fluffy in those days. Everything was more fluffy. When you did a video for someone who was slagging someone off, you'd do like a song. It was nice. It was fun. It wasn't this. It wasn't like hours and hours and hours of Ricardo and Evil just crying and kicking off all the time and making shit up on repeat. You saw how much Ricardo repeated himself at Red Bulls the other day. Yeah. That was it. And that was my thing. He was like, but the loop is like half an hour and then he'll go around again. It's not even like he's got an 8-hour loop. I've got a 30-minute loop. And he'll just keep going. And if you let him speak, you're like, okay, then, so you've said your point. What's your next bit? He'll get it around to that same set of things again. Exactly the same. And that's what he did for a year and a half. And he just had his taglines about me like he does about Lewis and all these other, and he was saying about Albert. There was just like massive parts of his whole routine out of that because he used to do that, and then he'd go for me. But sometimes it'd just be me. And he'd just have like all these loops based around me that he'd written, and he just got him in his head, just like script. He just run script, these people. Nothing inside him. Fucking AI got no going on.
I see that shit. No, I mean you got to be a little creative to fucking fuck around with AI too, just a little bit.
Yeah, they don't fully know. Well, maybe not so much these days. I don't know. But there were some creative people, really creative people. And they just shut him down because he had to control them. They just had to do it. But anyway, yeah. So that was why I felt sorry for him. That's why I fell out with all these people originally. Was why I fell out with Albert and everyone was because of Evil being so sad and so alone that he needed help, and he made it clear that was what it was.
And now he's
at that time,
people.
Pardon?
And now he's doing the same fucking thing to people.
He's not only doing that; he's going out and out again to hunt down the really vulnerable ones, the ones that are really on their own. Because he's tried again with you because you were open about yours and you were lying by the side of the road, but he still had some power. So he could have a go. It's not a girl this time. We'll have another go at this one. This one's half dead. We'll have a go at this one, right? So they tried with you and it didn't work because they were obviously fucking, and they sense it. They know when they're playing with fire. They know when it's going to bite them in the ass because they are very fearful, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? And they're very paranoid anyway. So they know straight away. That's why Vic gets the shit he does. That's why Red Bull got the shit he did. That's why I got my shit. You got your shit, right? Because if they think they've got a way of getting you back, you won't get the same level of shit. You won't burn all them bridges. Not quite as bad, because they'll be like, oh no, but we know that one's going to come back because we know they need us. We know they need this. They told us they were lonely. They told us that they're going through grief. They told us that whatever's happening, they're an addict. We know they're going to come back, so they'll treat you slightly differently than under those circumstances. But when they know it's a done deal, that's it, mate. You'll just they'll go for it big time, and they do. So what was that about that? About the creativity? I can't remember. Tommy's shutting down all the creatives. Oh, I don't even know. There was a reason. What stream was we talking about? I'll have to have a look back and see and remember, and I'll be like, oh yeah.
It fucking Men in Black flashy thing in you.
Yeah, it did. It just did it.
Yep, they do that shit to me all the time.
That's right, and I am. But yeah, going out and mining. Oh no, I'm talking about that when I was talking about Evil, like doing that. And then when you told me that that's how, and it's like, okay, if you guys had got deep down and dirty, do you know what I mean? If like Evil and Dean were, if you'd got to that stage, if you had a to-ing and throwing going on and all the rest of it, then maybe it wouldn't have been quite so bad. Or even if you didn't have any of those things, but you'd been at each other's throats one way or another for a long, long time, and you could understand that maybe he'd got his, lot pent up and he had to get it out because you've been pissing him off for 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Even that would have had a bit more understanding for it. But coming in fresh and cold and going straight for that says a lot about it. That says a lot about Evil to me. Big time. It says he's desperate. It's absolutely disgusting, mate. And I'm really sorry that, you know what I mean? But then, it's the internet as well, innit? You're going to get good, get fucking protected. Because people like this.
I don't really embarrass that easy. If you've noticed, I've cried a couple times on the internet.
It's not about embarrassment.
In front of everybody.
It's not about that. It's like about him targeting someone. About
that's another thing
suicide.
I think they fucked up on is that they thought that they could shame me.
Yeah, they thought they'd made presumptions. Yeah, because they're very supercilious, and that when you were saying people think they're better than it might come across that I feel I sound like that, or that I think I'm better than people, but fundamentally I don't, right? So therefore, I don't have that supercilious fucking judgment of like, yeah, I called all you guys dink dinks, but when you reached out to me and we started talking, you were no longer a dink dink in my mind. There was no dismissal.
Because I call people lemmings.
Yeah,
we have a lot of the same viewpoints. We just describe it differently, probably from our experiences.
Well, I used to call them lemmings as well at some point, but the dink dinks were slightly different than the lemmings. But you wouldn't have come across dink dinks because you wouldn't have had the comparison. You wouldn't have had like a whole group of people who did things very much grassroots, very much without any of the trappings of YouTube, and then to have that contrasted with the other side, which first off through GMC was just pure sub for sub as well. So it was very extreme, a contrast to what we're used to. Just like you're getting a contrast now, but like the other side, and he was just letting them in. He was just letting them in. And then they'd be, and I was just like, oh my God. Lamb to the slaughter. And it was, the lemmings are more like,
just follow the fucking one in front of you. Do whatever the fuck.
Yeah, the lemmings are more like the cult members. So like the ones who are in the groups. And then the dink dinks are the ones that follow the lot of them. Because there's always another dink dink coming around the corner.
Okay, so the dink dinks are the ones that's trying to be the lemmings.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. No, well, they're just like almost. I used to also call it like the Sorcerer's Apprentice. They're like do just that. Like the lemmings aren't like that. The lemmings have got a need to follow, haven't they? They've got a specific need to follow. Whereas the dink dinks, they don't know that that's their need. It's just that they're just these plastic, fantastic, clone-like creations that have just been manufactured to do a job. Do you know what I mean?
And I was never a fucking dink dink.
Yes, you were.
No.
Yes, you were.
No, because I don't follow.
No, that's
people.
it. Yeah, there is that. Yeah.
I watched the Angry Video Game Nerd. That's it. I don't know any other fucking. I don't do
you
this.
don't need to watch all that shit to be a dink dink.
I don't.
You just need to be a dink dink.
Well, I don't follow any of that. I don't. All of my consoles are 40 years old.
That doesn't mean you can't be a dink dink.
I don't follow.
I'm just
if I'm a dink dink, then I would be the one in front. I don't.
Yeah, maybe you are. Maybe you were the one in front.
Pioneering the rest of them.
Yes, you were the trailblazing dink dink.
Because I don't. Look at my
channel.
I'll
tell you what, Retro Doc wants to be the trailblazing dink dink. But you were it without knowing.
Look at how my channel is compared to every other fucking streamer on the internet. It is not like anybody else's, and I've made it.
No, I know that. But at the time, for you all coming in, it was like you were all just piling in. It was like do.
Okay, well, yeah. I see what you're saying with the
just following what they're saying, and they're like, right then, dink dinks, we're walking over there now, and we need to go over there, and you need to talk to that person, and now we're going to do this, and I'll feed you, I'll give you a treat because we'll shout your channel out, and we'll do that shit, and they all were like, go for it.
I'm the dink dink that was so far into his book, his blueprint book, sketching and creating shit, that I was just following the first fucking person in front of me.
Yeah.
Going along until I kind of looked up and noticed what the fuck was going on. And I said, holy shit, no, I don't want us to do this anymore.
I think is a state of mind. Doesn't define one's being. It's just a state of mind.
Because,
But yeah, I mean, I wasn't a dink dink, but I was a Herbie Durway. And that's pretty much as bad. Pretty much as bad. It's still a cult member. Still someone who's been deluded completely, with the Herbie Derbies it was different because they want just a big massive pile of them coming in.
I was doing the whole fucking shout out shit because it's a very good idea. It helps all of us grow together.
No, it doesn't though, because you end up with, I like what Tiger Harmano says. I agree, and I want to have a chat with him about it if he's up for it. On a panel, I think it'd be really interesting. But you end up with a load of people who've never come around your channel, but there's some.
Yeah.
Unless, for the first 500, fair dues. That's what Sotham used to say. It's like for the first 500, because then if you wanting to do a shop or anything, you're opening up something on the site with that. So for that, fair enough. But if you've only got a really small hobby channel anyway, 500 dead subs is not going to be any good for that. I'd rather not have 500 subs. Because if there's, if it's going to be a massive disparity to get that 500 subs and they're never going to come around your channel, it's just bloating it. But I don't see the point. I mean, I really want to have a shop so I can make tarot cards, and not even to sell them, just so I can have them in the catalogue thing, so people can look through them, and I'll be like, this one's Albert, this one's Dean, this one's fucking whatever, so people can have a laugh with it. So I can use the shop as another interface for it from a channel, not really to sell anything, just for like the multimedia aspect of it. But really, other than that, like, why is it a good idea? It stops you from doing what you're doing. Like, you're gonna have to be like, oh look, hi, so and so, and here's your channel, and this is your channel. You know, then you're beholden to them. They're expecting.
See, and that's where I fucked them up too, because I didn't do that.
Yeah. Well, that's it, because you were further out. But that's the point. That's what I'm saying. Is like,
my bot's done that shit. It automatically done that shit. I automate everything.
Yeah, well, you can't go blaming your robots for being a dink.
It is my robot's fault.
Yeah, you can't blame the robots. I'm sorry.
But yeah, no, I wasn't.
What is it? What you see is what you get.
Maybe that's why I didn't get so enraptured with them, because I didn't personally shout out each person coming in.
Potentially, because it does push your boundaries. Say if you didn't do that before, and then you cut in with these guys, and it's like, well, that person shouted me out. It's like you go to a bar or something. You don't want to drink like fucking 10 pints that night, but everyone's bought you a drink on the round, so you have to do that then.
Yeah.
They bought you a round, and there's 10 people in that round. You're drinking 10 pints that night. There's no choice.
Yep.
Unless you know, that's it, isn't it? That's what it is. And so everyone started doing it, and then they pushed the boundaries. Then you're changing your behaviour to act a certain way for this cult thing to work. Then when they take it away, you've already changed your behaviour away from your own structure that you've been building in your own truth, really nice and securely. And now you've made this scaffolding, which has took you over to this other side, and they've taken away whatever they were putting there. You've just got this scaffolding flapping around now, and you've moved off onto the scaffolding from your safe spot where you'd already made your home. They've took you away from that, and you're just flying around in this fucking scaffolding now. And that's what they do.
And see, I've already burnt that bitch to the ground and rebuilt. That's what the whole fucking, if you go back and watch my streams when I was doing the whole crazy ape thing, you will see cracks start appearing in the CRT monitors on the streams.
I've noticed little cracks and shit. Yeah,
wires popped up. One of the then I had the because I'm not going to use a camera anymore. They've fixed me on that. So one of my camera monitors, I just had it fucking glitching out. So it was just a bunch. So it got worse with each stream. Everything started getting worse and worse. Like I was losing my mind. Like my kingdom I was breaking my kingdom down.
Yeah.
And then when that fucking shit got off my chest, I rebranded, and now I've got this colorful shit.
Yeah. Cool. I'll have a look back on that. That's interesting.
See, nobody ever sees it. I'm telling
you. That's what happens, though. That's the problem with
but it doesn't matter, because that's nobody. When you've
done, it's for you. The whole point. That's the thing, isn't it? It's for you.
When you've done something right, nobody realizes you've done anything at all.
Yeah, but most of the time, if you do something wrong, they don't realize either. Look at Evo.
Fuck no. When you do something wrong,
no one cares. They're too busy with their head up their own arse. And only the people who've got vested interests for manipulation are going to force it.
The people that say that, okay, if I ever done wrong, and they are and I might have done some wrong. I'm not gonna say I didn't. I handled this shit wrong.
You're just new to it. I wouldn't say you handled it wrong. I don't think you did handle it wrong. In my opinion, that's just me though. Other people might have thought that, and they might be completely justified. But for me, the way you handled it with me, not at all. Because when you came and apologized, I was like, there is actually no apology necessary, because I understand the situation. You know what I mean? It's like, you handled that right. That's how I would have handled it. That's how I did handle it up to a point. It was a slightly different situation. But when I realised that those guys were right and that I'd come out of a cult, I didn't need to go to those guys. It's not like saying I had to go and run off to them. And Ricardo's trying to put about that was always wanting to go back to them and all that shit. Why would I? Like, no need for that. Why would I make up all that stuff for no reason? I'm not like him. I don't need. I've got my own art to make. This stuff distracts me from that. Yep. I can make my Red Dwarf videos or my fucking Bullseye videos, and I'd be more than happy to do that. And so, like, you know, they're pushing all that stuff like I had to do that or something to defend myself. It's like, no, they kind of make it that way. I don't know how to explain that. And I've kind of lost my thread as well. There was a thing about Ricardo there and what he was saying about me. I can't remember. It's getting late, getting early in the morning now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2:00 here.
Oh, fuck. Right, I'm going to try one more, and then I'll come off for now. And then I will have a check through it probably, and just check that we haven't said anything too bad. And if there is anything particular, I'll send you the things.
Like I said, I don't really. I don't think
I
I know you're not bothered, are you?
No.
It should be all right then.
No,
I cannot understand. I'm not like, oh, he's never done anything wrong. He's done a lot of shit wrong. So have I. We're sinners, like you say. We believe in Jesus. We know.
So have I, brother. Like
he believes in Jesus now.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like
he'll do anything.
Ron doesn't make like comments like out of the blue. Like, why would he call you out because of the Jared Genesis thing?
Yeah, because like.
Okay.
What did he say? Because of the what?
Okay.
Jared Genesis. There he is.
The what Genesis?
Jared.
Huh.
He's a person. Oh yeah, Jared Genesis. Oh yeah, yes.
Genesis, yeah. So
yeah, well, he was a guy who said that it was all right to have the age of consent at like 9 years old and fighting about it and being like a right little fucking incel on the internet.
Okay, so
and
I was like, wow, because I named my AI Genesis and fucking Drunk E was dude. I think he talked to her more than he talked to me.
Well, he would do because it's safe. Because he can do the interactions and he doesn't have to talk to a real person and it's predictable. So he will get to do his need, which is not to communicate with anybody. He doesn't care.
He's just
fucking. You guys are just fucking cardboard cutouts, showing up, putting his iron in the fire, doing what he needs to do, stirring whatever pot he needs to do, you know, putting things in place.
Leaving his fucking goons.
Yeah, and showing that he's there. And if he can talk to an AI to do it, well, that's fantastic because no one's going to really pull him up on anything. He knows he can't fuck up. It's safe. That's why people who are like broken in the way that he's broken will watch the same episode of something over and over and over and over again because it's safe and it's predictable and it gives them a sense of safety. And so that is why we've got Ricardo and Evil repeating the same shit like he did. And Ricardo, I know that we're all right. I say all right, but you know, we're in peace talks and everything. We had a good conversation the other day, and he did say yesterday that he would just pick on anything that I was doing that might not be perfect, which I wasn't even on the panel. Just the fact I wasn't on the panel was enough for him to kick off like majorly at me, and accuse me and be all suspicious of me and stuff. And I'm like, it's Sunday morning. I came on for half an hour. You decided to have a go with Albert. I left you to it, and now it's Sunday morning. My kid's up. Sorry, you know, but that was enough until I explained it. The time zones, he just didn't get it, but he just assumed because he's so paranoid that I'm out to get him. And so, like, and the irony of it is fantastic because you're just sort of like, but yet you're expecting me to just brush under the carpet for the sake of these peace talks. A year and a half of this, which okay, let's have the peace talk. But now you're gonna go on and on and on repeat for a really long time about me because you've got a wrong end of the stick about me being on the panel to right now at this moment, and you're going to kick off like that if I bring anything up about that, which I think, and I don't sit there going, oh, blame. I go, you're bringing this thing up and I'm going to marry this up with this because if you're going to attack this person for doing this, I am going to say no because you did this. I'm not going to pretend that never happened. But what it is that he'll just revert back to his saved script and I feature in there. So yes, he is trying to make, be more understanding and stuff, which I do get, but I do see that he's going to struggle because he's going to have to, rewrite a lot of stuff that's just on repeat. It's been repeatedly ingrained into his head, and he couldn't help it yesterday. And if you can do that, then I'm going to comment on it. And so what I did see yesterday, and this is, still within peace talks with Ricardo and stuff, is that he was just, he probably went round it. And I mean, I do the same thing, we all do, but it's like if you don't feel listened to or something, maybe, I don't know. But like, it seemed like he'd gone over that same topic, the same insults, the same downputs. And I mean, I know them all anyway, and I'm sure you do because you'll have heard them all. But yet, he must have been on that thing for an hour at least, on Red Bulls, and he must have made about 8 points in total.
Yeah.
Because it's just that same stuff over and over again, and it goes into the AI, in my opinion. Well, the LLMs anyway, because it's predictable. That's what he is. That's what that is. That's what evil's doing. They are like human AIs. Do you know what I mean? But like the like calculator version, the pocket calculator version.
Wow.
Yeah, because they don't have a fucking inside. They don't have a core.
Xorn just texted me.
All right.
This is interesting. Zexern.
Oh, right, yeah.
So this morning, or yesterday at 9 I can't read that, it's too little. 8:41 p.m. So last night, I'm getting to the point where I don't even want to be associated with this community or anything video game related anymore. It's nothing personal about you or anything. I will say of the people I met, you were one of the better ones, and I'm glad I met you. I removed any links I posted anywhere I ever promoted my own stuff or anyone else's, so I'm not associated with it. I'm about 50-50 whether I'll leave this Discord account up and or my YouTube channel with 60 videos I have or so. So I'm like, what's going on now? Jesus. I've been playing modern games to distance myself from the rest. He just texted me. I noticed a few people who I thought were my friends subscribed, supported me, have stopped doing both, showing that the whole subs and sub and being a supportive community is a bunch of lies. I had a bunch of people leave comment both on YouTube and off that my stuff sucks. Run doesn't count unless you do streaming. Doing content for ROM hacks and translations is garbage unless it's completely original hardware. So yeah, they're just trolling him.
So was Exon someone? Did he stay out of it or something? Was he? What was his stance on this? Was he in with evil for a bit?
I don't know. I feel like he's GMC, but he fucking knows. Did GMC know a bunch about Famicom games?
No, not really, not overlay, not specifically. No, he was playing. When we knew him, he was playing. Was it something like fucking Mega Drive or something? I think one of the first ones I see. He was playing that Spider-Man game, or was it on the SNES?
Okay, because Zach's, I call him Sifu, which is master teacher. It's a kung fu thing.
Yeah.
Because he's everybody thinks I'm the Famicom guy in this community, and I'm really not. I do collect Famicom games, but Zexern is he don't have as many as me, but he has played more than I have. He knows, he does. I go to him for my information, so that's how we bonded together. And because he's like a teacher, Sifu, and he is kind of the reason why the first Oki Wars happened, is because he disappeared, and I started asking questions because his channel just disappeared. And I'm like, what the fuck happened to Zexern? And somebody said something in the chat. I think Dave said something, now that I think about it, in the Discord, in Oki's Discord. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's one of us. And Oki said, oh, well, he's not fucking, he's never around anyway. I don't think I've ever saw him in a stream. And I said, yeah, but he's a Retronian. And Oki's like, well, I don't give a fuck. I'm not a Retronian. Or some shit like that.
Is that what you fell out about? That?
What? No, that was part of it. And then another one, because he was like, fuck him. I don't need I don't need his ass here anyway. I don't need nobody here if I don't, and it was just cocky. And then he kicked Zipper out for asking a question or something. He got an attitude with Zipper, kicked him out. That got Dave's fucking shit all ruffled up. I told him, dude, what is going on with you, man? It's because then he's like, does anybody else got a goddamn any problems with what the fuck I do in my own goddamn Discord? And that, of course, made the anti-bully in me decide to step up. And I told him, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on with you, bro? This is your community. How do you treat people like this? This is not cool. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes for you to act like that, to lash out on us and shit. So what? I'm like, fuck. So I left. And then Dave said something about multiple people saying the same thing that I said. And then when Oki asked him who said it, Dave wouldn't say it. So Oki banned him. So that's how the first Oki war got started. It was a combination of Zexern getting disappearing and Oki catching an attitude when I started asking questions, because that's about the time where, that's about the time he stopped fucking self-promotion channel.
Who? Okay.
Oki.
So he stopped doing the shout outs and the subs and because you said he was kicking off in the stream about that. So he was maybe one of the first ones to see it, especially if he'd had any experience with GNC.
No, Oki didn't.
I'll be back in 1 second. I'm going to go and get my stuff to skin out.
10-4. So what did he see?
We're going to have to postpone this soon because it's now time. I've got about 5 minutes and then it'll be time for the school run and all that. But we can pick up on this if you want later. Pick it back up if you're about, but you're probably going to go to bed, aren't you? Go to work
no, I'm probably going to stream.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll probably stream for a little bit and then, because I don't work today.
Oh, do you not? Cool. Well, I'll come over and see you if you're streaming.
All right.
Yeah, we can always carry on with more of this, or I'll just do the rest of it and finish one of the videos, and I'll drop this one. I'll drop this the recording of this just as it is. So we haven't got nothing to hide, have we? But I will check through it first, just in case. You never know.
Yeah. I don't think I said anything fucking that I should have, but every now and then I do.
My memory's shit, so we could have said all sorts of shit.
Mine is too.
Especially now we know no Uber. But then I'll be then I'm going to be responsible then. For a little bit.
I'll be around.
Yeah. All right. Cool. And have a think on about that. What I think that's a really interesting. If we remember, that's where we left off. Is talking about the time scales of this other war that involves the same people.
Oh yeah, let me write that down.
Because I think that's got something in it, hasn't it? It's interesting.
Yeah, because Oki had Oki Wars.
It's gonna at least give us some sort of thread as to how these people have hunted.
And I can actually, I will after when we disconnect here, I will link you the video I made about the Oki Wars.
Yes. In the Discord though, because otherwise things get lost, and that's the thing. We need to start making stuff and putting them in. I need to well, after this, I'll put that admin on for you, and then you can make as many rooms and shit if you want.
All right.
To put things in, but use the rooms that are already there. The ones that I've privated is anyone's welcome to look at them if they want to, but you might not want to because it might just remind people of, shit. And if they're coming in for a bit of a fucking respite, the last thing they need is
it might, and then again, it might give a little closure to somebody because they see, but
I want to give people the chance, the option. It's not like confronts them
and
with
it's letting them see you're being open about this shit. It's like, look, I'm not crazy. Look, we were all friends and shit. Look what.
Well, that's why I thought I'm not going to fucking make a new Discord. I may as well use my dead Discord for this. And then we've got all the shit. It's going to be used for good, isn't it? You can actually look at and say, look, when this person was gaslighting you and saying this to you, look, he said it a million times. We don't even have to show him because they'll look through and be like, oh shit, he said that to me.
I think Zexern was part of one of y'all's groups or something because he just said that I also did ROM hacking at one time, and there was a whole lot of drama in that, which is why I left the community entire like a few years ago.
That's not us. That's another bit. That's another
Someone recently they started posting my stuff at CD Romance, RX Successor, and Retro Game Talk. Plus, and this is where I'm fucking like, what? Plus, they're selling my stuff as reproduction carts on other sites, both of which I never gave permission for.
Wow.
I'm also doing the same, distancing myself from most of these people. So Zexern is in deep with this retro. Zexern is, I think he said he's 5 to 7 years older than I am.
All right, okay.
That would be 54.
Well, he'll be able to see them lot coming a mile off. Well, I'm glad he's fucking had a realization. Do you know what I mean?
He was in Ricardo's stream the other night asking questions. I saw him in the chat. He was asking questions. He said something about that. That's how I find out that AKG isn't an Indian scammer. That's just the joke they're using. Because the Indian scammers always scam people out of a little bit of money.
Yeah. I know that. But the thing is, I mean, the Nigerian prince joke is as old as the fucking hills, mate.
Yeah, I mean it's but
old shit.
He asked about it, so it's like, dude, I thought Zexern wasn't involved in this shit. Why is he at Ricardo's fucking? Now he did tell me a couple times that he saw Ron talking shit to Ricardo about me, saying I'm crazy, trying to get him think I'm crazy and shit.
So Zexern is still supporting those Ron and people like that then? Knowing what he knows.
I don't know.
That is interesting as a case study, isn't it?
Because
why do people do that?
I know, and he said he does go to Drunkies.
Well, that's an interesting one. Maybe get him on a fucking panel and have a word with him about it and see what his justification is. For himself. Not, you don't have to justify it to us, but what's his justification to himself? How does he complain about being attacked online and go and support that when they are blatantly doing the cheapest moves at it? And it'd be all right if they were just like, hey, we're just trolls. We don't give a fuck. We're just going to cause chaos wherever we go. That'd be annoying, but it'd be something. And it'd have integrity and it'd have depth to it. And it would be...
Motherfucker.
It would be a bit of a homage to the olden days and how we used to do shit. But this is not that. This is running and hiding, making all these fucking sniveling lies. And on top of it, the quality is low because all he's trying to do is ingratiate himself and get people to fucking answer him, call and response. And he's got the same shit over and over and over again. So how is that entertaining for anybody who's got their eyes open?
And Zexern always goes in there and fucks with fucking Drunky about save states.
Oh yeah, I suppose everyone's just got their own reasons for going in there.
See, and I think Zexern,
whatever, innit?
I want to fucking say he's GMC, man. I just oh
really?
I'm my fucking radar is going off like a motherfucker, and it has been this version of him anyway.
Yeah, how though?
I don't know.
He's 7 years older than you. Why would he have said that? That's a right random thing to say, isn't it? To make it up.
And I've heard his voice.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh well, then it's not him then, because you've heard his voice. This is his voice.
Yeah, I've heard his voice too. I have a clip of I've got a clip of GMC's voice.
Here's him.
As soon as I got one whiff of his,
I've already got, but that's not because when I got rid of GMC, Zexern was gone. He has quit a couple times on here. He's quit and come back and quit and come back, quit Discord, come back, and it's like, huh?
Does he rebrand himself? Does he rename himself when he does it?
Yeah.
So he always has a different name when he comes back?
Yeah, exactly. See what
I'm saying? Really?
This time, no, he doesn't have a different name, but I want to say the first Zexern I knew had two X's in it.
It did. Zexern did have two X's in it.
And so, but yeah, see, remember since August 30th, 2025.
It had two X's in it. I remember because I probably tagged him in my
yeah, I thought so too. So when Zexern first disappeared, well, one of the times he disappeared after GMC was gone. I said if somebody's at, if somebody's watching, told me, because he told me not to use his name on stream anymore. He's like, look, if you would, I would appreciate it if you don't use. That's why I started calling him Sifu. And because nobody would know who the fuck I was talking about except for him. So I'm like, Sifu, if you're out there and everything, I really need to talk to you about something. So I can't remember what the fuck it was now, but he commented on one of my comments on one of my posts and said, I heard you was trying to reach out to me. Here I am, or some shit like that. And it just, the way he said, I was like, man, come on, GMC. I'm like, come on, bro. I'm smarter than that fucking shit. So
you think he's masquerading as someone who he knows has left?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Have you looked at the time of when the account was made? The date?
This account was made August 30th, 2020.
Oh, you said about August 30th, yeah.
But he's had 3 or 4 because he's deleted them and then come back again as. It wasn't Zexern. I can't remember what the fucking other names was he had.
He deleted them, came back. He didn't rename an old channel. He would delete them and then.
Yeah, he would have had to delete the this Discord and the channels. Yeah, the channels he deleted.
Just shows you done it. He could have been here the whole time as Zexern and he wouldn't even know. I didn't really know anything about him. He's just someone who you've mentioned and who's turned up on the chats before. Could be him.
Why would he give me his Gmail address?
True. Very true. Right, anyway, I have to go though on that bombshell, because there's a lot of things like that where you're like, why did they do this stuff? Why did fucking LOL Duckman give me his photo? And it was definitely him. Because he's no like fucking hot rod. Do you know what I mean? Like if you were going to do a fake photo, it wouldn't be that. So, yeah. Weird.
Huh.
I'll be in touch.
All righty, I'll be around.
All right, good. And cheers for the nice chat.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good one.
Yeah, you too. See you in a bit.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.